Wait, this is a Norns. Oh, I don't get it anymore. Woo! Seven kills. Nice, not bad. I'm just sad that this isn't ranked. I thought this was ranked.
Oh my god, tonight's going to be so much fun. Mara's going to give birth.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Asborn is going to take over the country. Tobias is going to steal a fleet of ships.
5 fleets at least.
No, mine's going to be more way darker than that.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. He's going to drink himself into a stupor and fling himself from the cliffs because he doesn't have a flying ship anymore. The end.
Double headshot, huh?
What? 5-month bender at the Golden Lion.
I think Fire's going to try to catch her sister doing something bad.
I think I told her she just put a shiv in her ribs just to make up for the fact she did it to her.
That's how siblings work, right?
Yep.
That's right. Payback's a bitch. Why did you do this? I don't even remember I did this to you. Too bad. That's what they all say. They don't remember. The problem is fire never forgets. Slits her throat. She becomes an assassin again. Over the next 5 months, Fire becomes an assassin.
Goes on a 10-month killing streak.
Yeah, she goes on a 10-month killing spree to pay back everybody that ever wronged her.
Like the Hawk.
The extra fiber from when she was with us.
Yeah,
like the Hawk did in Avengers.
Right. Remember when some guy like working in a shop and it's like, remember when I was 5 years old and you picked on me in school? I don't even remember you. I remember you. The problem is I never forget. So I'm fire. And so you don't forget that, I'm going to pour oil over you while you're still alive and light you on fire.
And every now and then, and she's got a tagline. She has a tagline. Fire!
Yeah. Fire. Yeah. Destroy all you burn. Yeah, she uses those rat killer bombs that I made.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
So long.
Oh,
Do we still have those?
Tobias is going to open up a series of shops through all of the ports. It's going to be Captain Tobias's Rat Killers, and that's all he's going to sell. He's going to work on that. Work with that guy.
And the sign over his shop is a picture of a mouse folk with his thumb up. Yeah, and then come here for your rat extermination gear.
Right. I'm a mouse, and I hate rats just as much as you do.
Kind of like when a chicken sells chicken wings.
Right. Or like when a chicken eats chicken.
Gross, which they actually do in real life.
I know they do. They're cannibals.
Yes, they are, and they're mean, man.
But you know what?
As soon as one of the chickens are bloodied, they will shred it, rip it apart.
Oh yeah. Oh, the roosters are the most horrible things in God ever created. Roosters are horrible animals.
By themselves, they're not, but you get two of them together. Whew.
Oh no, by themselves they're bad. They'll chase you and then rake you with their little claws on the back of your legs.
Why?
Well, it's because they used to be dinosaurs.
I know.
They're very angry.
They need to be killed and eaten like dinosaurs.
What's going on with my monitor?
That's how they made chicken taste so much like chicken, is they fed them chicken. I think, actually, in reality, I think God gave up on chickens. I think he got to the point where he made chickens and said, what do I make this taste like? Because you ever notice a lot of things taste like chicken?
Oh, one more squad left.
Like snake kind of tastes like chicken.
Well, I've never eaten snake, so
Iguana kind of tastes like chicken.
Haven't eaten iguana either.
Guinea pig tastes kind of like chicken.
I wanted to eat guinea pig, but I didn't.
All right.
Were you in Brazil?
Totally a good idea.
I was in Ecuador.
Ecuador. Should have tried it.
Fire.
Guess what?
I
Tastes
know.
like chicken.
Alligator tastes like chicken.
Alligator tastes like spongy,
Come with me.
a little tiny bit rubbery chicken. Yeah.
When I had alligator,
Fire.
it was
We're
like
gonna
a hot dog
open
form.
pod.
Oh, I did in Mardi Gras in New Orleans. It was good.
Yeah, so did I, but it was like a hot dog version of it.
Chicken tastes good.
It was Dat Dog. Good
Bacon
place.
tastes good. Pork chops taste good. Well, sewer rat
Pretty
maybe
easy.
tastes like
GG,
pumpkin
boys.
pie, but
We actually watched the
Kangaroo
whole
tasted
log.
like a hamburger.
yeah.
Well, what's amazing is stork tastes like ribeye.
Oh man, I want steak now.
Did you eat the leg? Just a spindly little leg on a barbecue?
No. And I challenge that reality with getting started. don't know. Do we like the bubble? Do we like the classic? Do we like the minimal? I think I like the minimal. I think that's my favorite.
I like the minimal.
I second minimal.
Let's do a minimal. Then we can see.
store-
Oh my God! What happened? You went bald on your face.
I did.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Reverse balding is a horrible condition.
Especially when it's self-imposed, my friend. Self-imposed.
Is that because the kid kept pulling on it?
No, actually, it's because
Oh.
I like to be able to give him snuggles and wuggles, and I can't do snuggles and wuggles if I have a
'Cause it
beard.
you just stick it.
If he's asleep and I want to kiss him, it's like a whole
It's a whole
wig
thing.
falling in his face when
you
I
have
go to
like
kiss him.
hold
so.
it and go.
Well, if I had that little like
Oh, yeah.
Viking patch like you, that'd be different. But
This is
you know.
all that my testosterone will allow me to grow. I don't purposely cut it this way. I have a Joe Dirt thing. I get 2 patches right here, and then this. So I just shaved the little patches.
that
I
is
wish I had as much
absolutely-
testosterone as Jason. He's got like 17 kids and can grow a man beard in like 2.5 days.
It is. I am amazed at how quickly I can grow that beard. It's pretty. Fun.
That beard grows quick, bro. Like things like from like it's like it goes from itching to bitching like really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, I do like having that beard, but I enjoy looking 10 years younger.
True. You do look way younger when you.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I get that a lot. I get that so often.
I also think you're walking around with your daughter and her baby.
Yeah, I get that a lot too. According to Facebook, they asked, "Oh, is that the baby's dad or your dad?"
Oh, Grandpa, you must be so proud. Yeah, I'm actually pretty proud because I'm the dad.
Yeah. There's that. Oh my God, everybody! Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's been an interesting week. Lots of fun stuff going on tonight. As welcome to our. Are you ready for our celebratory joke making? Are we ready to be celebratory in our joke making?
Go ahead.
Toby.
Welcome to episode 69.
Nice.
Round of
That's what
applause.
you should only name it just nice.
I know, right? Nice. Oh my God, so funny. So
Do you know what the
funny.
speed limit of sex is?
69.
68. Because if you hit 69, you eat it.
Spoken like a true motocross joke.
Tobias, I like
I'm
that.
bad. What?
I'm bad.
I like that joke.
You like that joke? Okay.
I approve of that
I,
message.
you.
I approve of that dad joke. It's a good dad joke. In fact, let's do
This
a
joke has been
celebratory-
approved by fire.
This joke has been approved by fire. Yes. And I am totally going to work on like assassin training. Oh, shoot. That means that I have to yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
give up your cleric abilities.
No,
Become
I
an
can
assassin.
multi-class player.
See what you do some deep regression, and you'll find out that you're a 20th level assassin already.
through deep therapy.
Just do deep like
Yeah,
hypnosis
you do
therapy.
deep therapy and you find out you have a hidden lockbox in Port Zune. And in that lockbox are like 1,200 sets of ears.
That's right, on a necklace.
There's 3 different IDs and a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 different
300
passports and some platinum pieces.
Called the fire identity.
Yeah, all these different identities. Fire's just one of them. It's not even your real one.
Her sister
So-
isn't actually her
Rogue?
sister.
Her
It's just
sister.
a different version of her.
Right, right.
Rogue would be dex based. I don't even know if my character would support it. If I'm multi-class rogue, let's see.
What level? What's your dex? I'll tell you right now.
That's what I'm looking at. I don't remember. 17.
Oh, you're
Actually.
good. Multi-class
Yeah,
away.
17. Should I? Cleric rogue?
No, it would be. You don't get enough in row. You don't get enough in assassin to make it worth it.
All right.
I think you should. What you should do is do a deep revert. Like go over to the monks and have them revert back to you, and then just change your entire character to an assassin.
I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do it.
Backstab,
Damn it, Mara! Now I want
12d6
ice cream.
damage.
Damn it!
Automatic double damage. Oh.
Sorry, it's my Tuesday treat.
Oh my
Wait a
god! I
minute,
want
and
ice
you rolled a
cream
20?
now.
I sit through an hour of acupuncture and then I get a milkshake.
So does the acupuncture allow you to drink a milkshake? It's like, all right, you're done. Go ahead and get yourself a milkshake.
Yeah, I got you on that one, Asborn. We'll craft that. We'll figure that one out.
It's like one of my favorite weapons in the game.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, you can't have
I
it.
could multi-class ranger. Wonder what that would be.
Ranger.
We need some good
Just stick,
range.
just stick with your cleric.
Oh, min-max my cleric. Fine.
I told you, you're with the DM. You can get away with whatever you want. Just
Just stick your finger in his ear. It'll be fine.
make up a feat. Make up a feat and tell him you want it, and he'll give it to you.
That's Tobias's Azamir voice.
I don't know
ASMR
how that
voice.
works.
I'm Asimar.
Oh goodness.
Goodness me.
Oh.
All the
goodness.
things.
I still have to figure out what feet fire.
So happy Tuesday, everyone. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a different kind of session tonight. As when we last left off, the team actually went through this. So if you get a chance, please try to watch the previous session because it's absolutely hysterical. I have never seen so many people waiting for the proverbial foot to drop that never dropped.
So paranoid.
Well, what's funny, it happened in one of my other campaigns. It happened in the Reborn campaign. Remember that?
I wonder
Do you
why.
remember when?
What
do you
is the
remember when it
common
happened?
denominator here?
Yeah, what's
Right? Well, so Ivar, you remember what part of the Faerun Reborn campaign it happened in?
yes.
The Maw Bridge.
The Maw Bridge.
You guys
We're
were
like,
hovering.
fuck, get right next to him. Stay right next to the king. Something's gonna happen. I mean, we were so paranoid. And he's like, and it goes off without a hitch and everything's fine. And we're like, huh? We thought there was gonna be a massive attack. We were like so ready for everything. And you're like, what are you guys doing? You guys are acting weird. No, you made us paranoid over the last 50 games. That's what happens.
So we actually are now officially halfway through the main arc. As the team, well, before we do the recap, check out our schedule below. Come join our Discord. Our February giveaways are there, but you have to be a Discord member. So jump on over there, be a Discord member, and enter the February giveaway. The February theme is
My birthday.
Yeah, I know. Supreme, it's gone. It's gone. I do apologize. The February theme this month is aliens. So we have an aliens t-shirt, aliens mini, aliens game, and aliens sci-fi dice. So jump on into our Discord, check that out. Our schedule will be changing slightly in March. We have a new campaign starting in March. It's called Pike's Promise, which will be a live in-studio game that will include Carolyn, who plays Thea, Callista. It'll include Ivar, myself, as well as Haley and Patrick. And it will be live in the studio, and it will be based in the land of Isla, out of Vasselheim, and it will be far in the future, post-Vecna. So it'll be lots of fun as we explore that new frontier as well. Otherwise, Tuesdays, Titan Survival, and Denizens and Their Masters. Wednesdays, The Descendants. Thursday, Star Wars, Stories of the Lost. Friday is an up and air day. We don't know what we're doing with that. Saturday is Grain Lands over at our partner channel, D&D Club. And then Sunday, Debtor's Gambit and Absent Throat. Debtor's Gambit is possibly getting a couple new players as well, as Shannon is taking some time off to get some work done and see if her schedule will allow her to keep playing on Sundays. If it does not, we will have a couple folks coming in to replace not only Shannon, but adding another chair to the table. And Monday nights will be Pike's Promise as soon as we get that up and running come March. So now that we're done with that, let's talk about the unique recap, because now that we're officially halfway through the arc, the team, the Storm Chasers, basically the Storm Chasers met a very long time ago and were under contract with the Blue Opal and Captain Alabaster to help the Clovis Conclave recover a device, an item. And it was this initial launch into the adventures of the Menagerie Coast that the team just found themselves on this wayward opportunity. And Tobias's treasure map that he tore out of a coloring book, and he swore it was a real treasure map, inadvertently got things going. And the team, after meeting Qualish, traveling all over the Menagerie Coast and dealing with strange creatures of nefarious intent, Tyrling, the halfling that was initially thought to be an oracle, turned out to be a vestige or a possession of Zarel, the goddess, the keeper of the Avernus Gates. Shulaman, who was a major commander and confidant of the Zehefe, and was severely influenced the Zehefe, had overthrown the Zehefe's rule, took over Nicodronis as well as most of the Menagerie Coast, launched a campaign of destroying Darktoe and bringing something nefarious into the world. All of this was stopped. Shulman was driven off. No sign of Qualish. The supposed entrance to the Avernus level or the Avernus Gates sequestered and now gone, as the building in Holyhead has been up and gone as far as anyone can tell. But Nicodronis has been recaptured. The Clovis Conclave is now back in control of the Menagerie Coast. Our team has taken a rest, as for the most part, there doesn't seem to be much going on. Most of those have been driven off that were doing bad things. The Zorhashian forces, well, that'll have to be resolved during the downtime. But essentially, the Storm Chasers are now, going to do a time slide. As spring turns into summer, and summer is soon to be fall, they get 5-6 months, making it a full year since they've known each other. And they get to narrate for us, each one at a time when we get started, what they did with that time. And then we'll resolve any specific activity or any specific roles that we need to do. And this will allow the Storm Chasers to do some development and some learning and possibly even some research, or earn some influence with the politics of Nicodronis as well. So, where we last left off, all of you were enjoying a celebratory reunion at the Brecht compound. And it's from this point, each one of you are now going to have your opportunity to narrate out what you want to do with your time skip. It is now the, what month did I put us in? It is now, it's in my Tuesday one. Let me go to that one. No, it's in my Saturday one. I don't know why I kept it there. I should probably move it. It is now the beginning, the first day of the close of the harvest. It is now Fesuran. And the month of Fesuran is the beginning of fall. And soon, winter will begin in Discar in about 2 or 3 months. For the most part, you guys spent spring and summer pretty much accomplishing whatever you wanted to get done. But before we get started with that, there's a couple things of influence that may influence that narration, if you choose to let it. Otherwise, it does not have to. For one thing, Asborn Sinclair, the dress variant, the Sinclair family estate is finally at peace with itself. The civil war that's plagued it for the last 20 years has been settled. Your brother, Asbon, is now in charge of the political wing and faction of the Sinclair estate. You, being the sister of Asbon, are in charge of the military and the not only the military as it resides within the Sinclair estate, but you're also in charge of some of the influences that military has outside of the Sinclair estate. The amount of damage suffered at Rexentrim, you currently have a sizable portion of your armed force there, because as agreed with the Dwindles, you are required as a autonomous region within the Morrow Valley to live up to your expectations, live up to what's required of the Sinclairs. However, you currently have the freedom and the ability, as well as the access to wealth, to also establish a garrison here in Nicodronis if you choose to. Now, part of that influence is because as a reward for what had happened and what you guys had saved both Nicodronis, the Clovis Conclave, and the Menagerie Coast from, you had been given a gift, a tower, an old abandoned tower that looks over the Restless Wharf, a sizable building, but vacant over time. And Bailiff's Tower is now available to you to use as a residence or as a headquarters or whatever you decide to use it as. It is located on a cliff overlooking the Restless Wharf. It is on the very edge of the seaward side of the Restless Wharf, so it looks out over the sea, almost lighthouse style or guardian style. It sits on a 2-acre compound as well, and it comes with a treasury of 500,000 gold coins. There's no staff. There's probably no development of its interior in livable state, as it's been an abandoned structure for well over 20 years. So you feel free to kind of add that to your narrative if you choose to add that.
I definitely will. I'm definitely going to add that garrison to our resources.
Okay. The Sinclair estate in balance. Civil War ended. Your grandmother's reign is now firmly in control, being advised by your parents. The Sinclair political influence is in full flight at this point. There is an emissary in Nicodronis. There is an emissary in Rexentrim. And there is an emissary in Amon and Vasselheim. Your brother, although a member of the political faction of the Sinclair estate, he is also now the leader of the only dragon wing force that exists within Wildmont. 6 copper dragons are at his beck and call. He actually has mounted units that are able to manage and fly them. And they are specifically garrisoned within the Sinclair estate as a way to kind of proof power and control and make sure that no remnants of your grandfather's influence is able to unbalance or throw the family back into chaos like it was once before. I will say that during this time, you would have received messages from the Bright Queen, as well as the Dwindles, in an effort to maintain open communication, and currently the Bright Queen is requesting to see if you want to establish a Sinclair emissary within the capital city of the Zarhashian or the Kreen dynasty. You can flavor that into your narrative as much as you want. As a group, the Storm Chasers take possession of the tower. So however that flavors into your narrative, feel free to add it to it. Samara, a new temple has been established in Nicodronis, and feel free to use this as part of your narrative as well, because this would have happened regardless of what you do over the next 5-month period. And it is a Luxodon-based temple that is taking both the Dawn Father and the Wild Mother into a kind of religious concept. And although there are other minor temples here or other places of worship dedicated to either Bahamut, Ayun, the Dawn Father, the Wild Mother, the more traditional religions, including the Raven Queen is based out of here as well. This particular temple was designed to honor the fact that the Luxodon capital city has been reestablished, And the Cyrios Forest is now an independent community that is run not only by the Luxodon Affairs, but it is currently establishing itself as independent within the political discourse of the Dwendal Empire. However you choose to utilize that over the next 5 or 6 months, you're free to do.
Are we starting our narrative, or should I hold
Not
off?
yet. I'm just doing
Okay.
a little bit of preclude to give you guys some
We're good.
time.
I'll include it in there.
Yeah. For Mara, you are due in the fall. You are actually due in Funshir, or not Funshir, Funshir, which is the beginning of the close of the harvest and the expectation of your twin children. You're currently in seclusion at the Brecht compound, but not necessarily purposely so. There is a lot of politics playing all out throughout the Menagerie Coast, both in regards to the future of the Order of the Ghost, the nature of the relationship with a now resurging Myriad organization, led by a more popular individual, a very young individual that's come to be known as the Gentleman. And although there was always a suspicion that he was in charge of the Myriad, there's been some political undertones as to, for the most part, the Myriad used to be a series of isolated kind of organizations that purposely act independently with an overarching idea of protecting the nature of the Myriad. But now that you've gotten wind that the Gentleman seems to be developing a concept of control, there's some political issues there to deal with. But other than that, you're one of the few that seems to have the spring and summer to be a little bit more kind of like open to what you want to do. I mean, you have access to wealth, you have access to the team, you have access to either stay at the tower, at the compound, or even stay with your mother if you choose to. She is still in Port Zune with her business and where her main residence is. So there would be time that you may consider going back and forth and between the Luxodon city but then there's lots of things that are kind of playing out. But the Order of the Ghost is in a very unique situation, as they did partner with for the last 4 or 5 months, and they did purposely broker a deal with the Bright Queen in an effort to balance the political influences of the coast, you know, kind of legitimizing the Gentleman's power, his strength, his influence. And during this period, he begins to court a very young reddish tiefling that's a famous singer and performer. And this would be under the guise of the of Albin's people keeping an eye on whatever he's doing. Tobias, you and Admiral Alabaster are now fast friends. You have relationships with just about every naval influence and merchant fleet influence. And the one thing that's done well, or is doing well, is now that the pirates of Darktoe are being forced to kind of recover, and there's going to be a great deal of time before they ever get back on their feet again. For the first time in a very long time, piracy is hardly in existence. It barely exists. The merchant marine is doing well. Guild houses are flourishing. The stability that the storm chasers have brought to this influence of the area is now affording a lot of wealthy people to make a lot of wealthy overtures. And the political nature is now shifting more away from intrigue and more about markets and capitalism, making money, building great fleets. With this kind of break in the Kreen's relationship with both the Dwendals and the Clovis Conclave, for the time being, there are no immediate border threats. Things have stabilized. Things are beginning to normalize. And whenever things are normal, markets do well. Starvation abides. However, there are always concerns about what to expect next. And for the most part, you have a lot of naval influence that you've garnered through Captain Alabaster. You have taken possession of the Crimson Mouse, and you are free to make whatever decisions you want in regards to its retrofit and refurbishment.
Okay.
Let's see. Fire and Thyson. Thyson, are you there?
Yep.
Your situation is wholly unique. Your sense of what you are and what you keep becoming, the focus for you has been on a couple things. Number one, what happened to those items that were in the Cobalt Souls vault? That's been kind of on your radar for the most part. The continued understanding of whether or not your existence is clandestine versus whether or not what you've become is truly the final gift that Stormlord has to offer the world. But like Mara, you're kind of free of a lot of the concerns that the others have to possibly start doing more understanding and research of who and what you've become and what your next steps may be. Fire, for you, it may mostly be about your sister. The final understanding of the family and what does it mean to be a Brightcliff? What does all of this have to do with everything and how it relates to the gentleman and the idea of what's being called the family gifts or the family agreement that had been executed within the Sinclair understanding and the ceremonial dispatching of what is now believed to be the first 9 entities that attempted to find their way into this reality. Hey, Perfectly Techno, thank you for the raid. Really do appreciate it. We're doing a half arc. We're celebrating our 69th session. We're aware of the comedic, 69th session. We're halfway done through the arc, and we're now doing a 5-month time skip with everybody. So thank you for dropping in, hang out, throw rotten tomatoes at me because it's always fun. Turn that back on. I forgot when I run my basic games, I always turn a lot of stuff off and then I forget to turn it back on. My private games, that is. By the way, if anyone's curious, Callista has like over 100,000 points on the channel now because she just always.
I do not. I only have like 65K.
Well, something like that.
Yeah.
So, Fire, for you, the journey is mostly about resolution with your sister, learning more about the family. That could be
Trying not to kill my sister.
Yeah, I mean, that could be part of your narrative. But for the most part, like Mara and like Thyson, the three of you really have more time on your hands than some of the challenges that Tobias, Samara, and Asborn kind of face with Samara's bringing the Luxodon capital into existence, with Tobias, obsession and being influenced by the naval authority run by Admiral Alabaster, and then the Asborn family coming into kind of its full height of its political influence and economic influence as well. So, the 6 of you, describe for me what you do each of the 5 months. It could be at any level of depth you want to take it, and then we'll resolve any of the details that you might have in that depth, and then whatever those outcomes are, those outcomes are. So, who wants to go first?
I can go.
Okay. Samara, feel free.
So in our last session, when I left Teal, she gave me a locket. Did that?
She did.
She did. And I wanted to know, was it like a magic locket or was it like a locket that's pretty?
Good Good Lord, when was that? That was... Oh yeah, that was when you went back to Hollyhead and she was about to express her love to you in a kind
I
of
know, and I botched
unique
it.
way, and it kind of went a different way. I would say you would have discovered that the locket has the ability to allow you to communicate with her once per day if you choose to.
Okay. So during my months, I would like to do that.
Okay. Are
I
you
would be
fostering a
communicating.
relationship with her in any way?
Yes.
Okay.
And being very apologetic about the fact that I'm an idiot and didn't
So let's
read it.
resolve that one first. Give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
Okay.
Because she does
Pull
like
up my
you.
stats.
She did pass you a note in class.
Persuasion. Ooh, that is not great. I got a 10.
Okay. It's good to know. I will be using all these numbers for their purposes.
Yeah.
So that's your first month. Anything else you want to do with that first month?
So I want to establish with her that, like, eventually I would like us to be in the same city, but for now I really need to help out with this Luxodon temple. First month.
Okay.
Establishing my relationship with her, and then also establishing my professional relationship with the Luxodon clan that's coming in. Are they people that I know? Or
They
Luxodon-
are not people that you know personally, but you're at least relatively familiar with them. They're definitely from the core of the surviving tribe that's been in hiding for a very long time.
Okay.
And for the most part, their core is predominantly Luxodon as far as their priests, their acolytes, and getting that established. But I would say the head of their order, which let me pull that name up for you really quick. Why is my other tab not open? Because I'm stupid.
And this temple is in what was formerly Darktoe? Is that where we still are? No, we're in
You guys are in Nicodronis.
Nicodronis, that's right.
So I would say, let me pull that list up. What? I thought I put that. No, I guess I didn't put it in the list, but that is okay. We will use... So the main Luxodon in charge of the emissary group that's establishing the temple, he goes by the name of Hemo. Himmo.
And is Hemo also a druid?
Hemo is a cleric.
Cleric. Okay.
They tell you that their intent is to establish as quick as possible a relationship with both the Clovis Conclave and anybody else with authority so that they can bolster their request to be considered an independent kingdom. And the independent kingdom they're looking to foster will be referred to as the Kingdom of Ivory Heart.
Okay. And is the gentleman, you said he's becoming more of a head honcho in Nicodronis?
He is still basing his operation out of Rexentrum when you guys helped him relocate and move his initial staff and his initial headquarters. But he hadn't really decided to become the purposeful influencer of the Myriad. But after everything that's happened, he's gained a lot of standing and a lot of political access and a lot of ears that he didn't have access to. Plus, he can kind of laud his relationship with the Brex over those that kind of question their ability to treat with him or to trade or to do whatever they choose with the gentleman. So he's only currently in Nicodronis because he seems to be courting a particular red tiefling. The Ruby of the Sea. Yeah.
What color is a teal? Just out of curiosity.
A teal is a black, red, and kind of bronze colored. She's a tiefling, right? Yeah, tiefling.
Yeah.
Her most noticeable features is that her horns are very small and purposely crafted to grow a certain way to almost kind of like match a false kind of hair adornment that she's created for herself.
Gotcha.
She's very much the performer.
Yeah. So during months 2 through, you said it's 5 months.
Yep.
2 through 5, I would like to spend my time doing multiple things. One is I'd like to start working as an emissary between the newly established Kingdom of Ivory Heart and the Clovis Conclave, as well as the gentlemen, just kind of like building the ties and shaking the hands and kissing the babies, whatever needs to happen.
Okay.
Simultaneously, though, as that's happening, would this new temple have people that could help me learn a little bit more about my druidic powers?
You could certainly
That
try
sort
to
of thing.
recruit people like that if you choose to.
Well, so what I really want to do is I want to figure out, I want to get a practice on the tattoo thing so that I
Okay.
become proficient in it. And I
Would
would
you
be
like to
practicing
open
that.
up your own shop?
No, but I just want to get really good at it so that I don't
Okay.
botch rolls, because my rolls are really bad.
The best way for you to improve upon that would probably to build your own workshop within the Baelith Tower, where you
Okay.
can have a lot more advanced artificer items, a lot more advanced ways of infusions, and probably work with Albin from time to time, as he is slightly ahead of you, but you're coming close to, like, you know, surpassing his particular gift with infusions.
I volunteer for you to tattoo me.
I don't
Your
know.
canvas? I
I mean, I
love
can
the
do that.
scarring I need to cover up.
Mostly because I also want to, when I first did the claws, one hand it was on backwards. So I want to be practicing so that it's on the correct way, so that I know how to invoke it when I'm actually in my wild shape. And so, like, if there are practice dummies, I could be practicing doing stuff like that.
And we'll say that over that 5-month period of time, you're constantly practicing, constantly doing. And that amount of time, regardless of successes and failures, by the end of your 5 months, you will have become proficient in infusions.
Cool. So I'm proficient in infusions, proficient in putting them on me.
Correct.
When I go into wild shape, do I have to invoke anything, or do they automatically flare
You
up
are
as soon as
still
I
working
pause
on
them?
that, but give me a history check, and we'll use that roll as a way to kind of discuss what you learn about druidic nature and what it might take to get that to work.
Okay, just straight history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Big money. Ooh, that's a 19.
Nice. We'll say that through your emissary work and your travels over this course of time, not only do you have a little time to stay with both your mother and some of the druids that do reside in the Ivory Heart, as well as taking some time in Rexentrim, as well as the capital city of the Kreen Dynasty, you've had enough shamanistic and druid conversation at this point that you begin to realize it's more about not what you can and can't do as a druid, but perhaps study a specific method that doesn't exist yet. Perhaps researching a beast that specifically fits the condition you're looking for, and perhaps invoking that beast would be the way to make this work successfully.
Now, when you say a beast that fits the condition, like, can you say a little bit more about that? Because I'm confused.
With a 19, for example, a moorbounder would be a good candidate because it's a feline predator with a natural disposition towards talons, or a steelback, which is a another similar kind of panther-like creature, or even a panther variation of a panther creature. Anything that already has the natural ability to use its claws as part of its shape, perhaps focusing on those types of creatures will help find that connection.
Okay. Would a bear work? Because bears have claws.
Yeah, bear could potentially work as well.
Okay. So I think I'm going to try and keep trying to channel the bear and do that. But other than that, just trying to strengthen up the temple, trying to keep up the relationship with the teal at the same time, and all the practice. That's my 5 months.
And at the end of your 5 months, you will have gathered at the Brecht compound in anticipation of the announcement of the birth of the twins.
Babies,
So
babies.
that would be the end of your time period. Who wants to go next? Next.
Want is a strong word.
All
What,
right.
you don't want to murder a bunch of people?
I feel like I'm doing a
I swear.
presentation for school.
I'm not a
Everyone's
murderer.
like, everyone's
Not
sitting
a
here in
murderer.
fear, like, oh, what's the teacher gonna say about my presentation?
The teacher is
drinking
going
that
to say your
vodka.
presentation was adorable.
Adorbs. Especially dressed up in the anime outfit that you were in. Adorbs.
Yes.
Don't even talk
Adorbs.
about that right now. Okay.
So who wants to go next?
I can go next.
All right, Mara.
Want is strong.
So I spend a good amount of time like getting a room ready for the kiddos, obviously. I also want to make some clandestine inquiries into my father.
Okay.
Ask around, but try and be like kind of sneaky about it. Does anything come from that?
So we'll say Albin gets involved, and there's a combination of agents being sent out and you doing your own research. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, that's a natural 20. It flipped right at the end. It's gonna be really bad. So it's a 27.
No, 27. Now go ahead and give me survival with advantage.
Okay, I feel like I'm not as good at survival.
Guidance. Wait, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not with me. Okay, that's not terrible. That's a 16.
And keep in mind during your narrative, if you choose to ask another player to be involved, you can, if you choose to.
I mean, I've been
16?
hanging out and tattooing you, so.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Well, let me
Yeah, 16.
pull up.
Is it okay to tattoo a pregnant woman?
I mean, she's not tattooing my stomach.
I was gonna say,
I know,
as long
I'm
as it's not on your
saying.
stomach, I think it's fine.
We're in
This is a
Nicodronis, not
fantasy
California. You're
game.
fine.
This is a fantasy game, and it's Magic Inc.
We will be fight.
What a curious
That's the
woman.
problem. It's Magic Ink.
She
I
hasn't.
knew
She
a
hasn't
woman
stopped
that
drinking. So what does that
skydove
tell you?
While pregnant.
To be fair,
Skydove.
fetuses are also magical. So
There's that.
Yeah, that's a
There's
problem too.
that. Let's see. Where is that map I want? Up there it is. So, with all the inquiries being made, all the agents being sent out, all the conversations being had with different individuals that are under either the influence of the Order of the Ghost or those that owe either homage or debt to it, there's three key things that you find out about your father that will all coalesce at the end of the 5-month cycle. One is there are enough sightings that it is believed that he is definitely in the Graying Wildlands. There is a place called the Blooming Grove along the edge of the Savalier Wood that the Order has a particular front there to keep an eye on a lot of the occurrences and the happenings that go on there along that region. And that's where one rumor, well, that rumor is slowly becoming more fact, that he's been seen up in an area of the Rhine Plains near an old ruined city, dwarven city, along the Ivory Lake known as Eurylis. There's also confirmation through Albin's constant, persistent nagging of his parents that you also find out for a fact he was the one who cast the magic that not only sealed Gwendolyn in her prison, but he also self-deprecated that magic upon himself as a form of punishment. So you do know now for a fact that what you heard from grandmother Sinclair was more of an easier way of telling you that he did it to himself. She tried to convince you that they did it to protect him, but in reality, you now have found out that he did it to himself as a way to kind of accept his responsibility for what he did. Number 3, I would say all this information is shared with your mother at some point, and you and your mother have a conversation, and you finally learn the truth that Your father's always been your father. Your mother, it was kind of more during her wild and adventuring days, and just enjoyed the lifestyle, enjoyed being with him, but never truly wanted to marry him or actually, become kind of in a more serious relationship. It was a surprise that she was pregnant with you, and she came up with her own story about your father. Her knowledge of the Sinclair involvement and the ceremonial involvement of his specific magic that he used to banish the 9 effigies, she actually has no knowledge of that in truth.
Well, that makes me feel better. Okay. So then part of my time then I was going to spend in the Golden Needle with Mom. And I was going to have her teach me to sew.
Okay.
So I could make little baby clothes.
So at the end of your 5 months, you are now a proficient tailor.
Oh, good. And then I was going to, because I haven't ever really been like in the Brecht compound working on their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to try to do more like Brecht family missions.
Okay.
Kind of like earn my keep type of a thing.
Not only does that garnish you some favor with the patriarch and matriarch of the family, but it actually bolsters the political influence of the order and saves it from a more negative image than it was suffering from due to the fallout of what happened after the first Dark Toe incursion and what came about because of that. And the narrative that Albin and the gentlemen were aware that you guys had all actually come back earlier than what was known, and that was kept as a secret. So we'll say, as you focus on learning how the Order of the Ghost functions, how it investigates things, how it works in tandem with the Cobalt Soul, and those powers that be that prove to be a positive influence, you don't necessarily repair all the damage, but you do a good job of stabilizing. And because your face is kind of on, in the conversation, in the narrative, and that they're gradually getting to understand why Albin did what he did, and while the gentleman's a little bit more nefarious in character, it's getting better.
All right. I think that's all I had.
Anything you want to do with the tower or any other?
In nursery.
Okay. So we did Samara, we did Mara. Who wants to go next?
Are we going to hire someone for the babies so that you can go adventure, or?
We sort of have a plan. You're going to be a little surprised, Samara, what's going to happen.
Oh my god, baby's with us on the adventure?
Mm-hmm.
We're totally going to take babies.
And a little baby Bjorn.
There'll be like baby Bjorns on the front of her. She's as she's a bear.
I know what it is.
Blood splattering on their face. They're like,
I know what it is. So, Samara's
I stole
familiar
the baby.
is going to take one, and my familiar's going to
Mama
take the
kill,
other.
Mama kill. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Do not
Samara's,
hesitate.
Samara's
Give
familiar's
your baby
gonna
up
take
for a
one.
blood pack.
Aiden, did you want to do anything with me again? You said you were gonna tell me something, and I totally forgot.
Giggity.
Did you want to do anything?
I
with
mean, if
that?
Tyson
Did
and
you-
Asborn get
did
married,
you
that'd
want-
be pretty boss.
Never. This crusty yellow figure.
Rusty.
Hey,
How
hey.
beautiful, bitch.
You already know he doesn't shave his horns. You can
He's
Hey,
tell.
a
back off, bro. She's mine.
Horns?
He's a badass glass
I heard
cannon,
that too.
man.
Yeah. Wow.
Speaking of glass cannon, that's
Shaving
what I
his
changed
horn.
with my build now. I have 146 hit points now.
Nice.
You just
I
next time we
mean-
see Tyson, he's just really burly and
He's
big.
ripped.
He's
all
fucking,
swole.
he's swole. He looks like The Rock. He's like 1 foot
And he's-
taller.
And his homunculus is now his mini-me.
Yeah. Did you want to do anything, or are you fine?
With you, no.
Okay.
Go do whatever you want. I'm doing solo bolo.
Solo bolo. So with that in mind, Fire, Tobias, Dyson, Asborn, who wants to go next?
Well, part of mine is going to be working with Tobias,
Okay.
with helping with the fleet,
Okay.
And then I also wanted to spend time bonding with my sister. I mean, spend time bonding with my sister.
That kind of
You guys
time.
all come home to the tower to see her sister's head in a pickle jar, like up on the
Yeah.
shelf.
I
No, it's
spent
gotta be
time
when
with my
she's
sister.
slowly
And the
slicing
whole
the head off.
tower like just talks to the pickle jar.
What? Where
I'm
you want to go?
bonding with my sister.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
sister
God.
wants to
This
go
is my
shopping. Does anybody want to
sister.
go with us?
That's so
We look a lot
Futurama.
alike. I have her eyes. They're in this jar. Okay, so
And the face like,
It's really horrible. She has a magic effect that keeps her alive.
Oh my God, this is
Aw.
what fire is gonna look like.
necromancy.
Oh,
No.
where's the
no,
Discord?
no.
well, say.
Okay, so wait, because I'm
yeah.
not done.
That's what she's gonna look like.
I also
we could
I
do it
also
in
wanted
phases. It's
to-
fine.
to deal with. I mean, not deal with, but get the tower all situated,
Okay.
organized, cleaned out, furnished, rooms for everybody.
I can help you with
You
that.
know.
That's what I'm gonna be doing during my 5 months. I'm gonna
Okay.
be setting
So I'll
up.
be working with
a garrison
Asborn
there.
and doing that.
So I haven't finished it yet,
And then,
but I am working on it.
okay. And then working with Tobias with the fleet,
Okay.
and then bonding with my sister, and then I think I wanted new armor, or was it a weapon? I want some cool gear.
Some
Yeah,
cool gear.
I don't need new armor. My armor's fine. But no, because I have a mace, a +2 mace. Shit. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking for awesome magic items to like add to our repertoire.
Okay.
Stuff that would work for any of our group, So scouring Nicodronis and
Fair enough.
yeah, tracking down Pumat Soul and seeing if I can find him and see what awesome stuff he's got, and finding awesome stuff for any of our group that needs more things. And I guess I'm not going to actually train to be an assassin because I'm still just going to be a cleric. But I took the telepathy feat, so I'm going to work on my telepathy skills.
Okay. So let's do a little resolution on the tower because I am actually in the process of building it right now. It will be on a 2-acre estate that sits above the cliffs of the Restless Wharf. For all intents and purposes, it's your headquarters, your home, or whatever you decide to work on. For the most part, the main portion of the structure, which is the ground floor of the structure, that will be the entry level there. There'll be a couple rooms down here, but mostly kitchen, common area, and stuff like that. We'll furnish it in any way that you guys want to.
I love the open concept.
Two of the bedrooms up here on the second floor. And then eventually, each floor of the tower is a room. So the tower itself will have 4 rooms. 2 rooms on the second floor, and then the common space at the base of the tower. This is purposely left blank because this will be kind of like a veranda or like a
Gardens.
a top space
Gardens.
of whatever you want to turn it into.
Sparring
Currently,
You want it.
I'm in the
Rooftop
process
garden.
of
Rooftop
building.
garden.
I'm building the cliff face and the access up the cliff side from where the main road that leads in and out of the particular area that you guys will be influencing. And then there will be a 2-acre estate that surrounds the tower. Now, currently in its current condition, it's in a basic condition, which is why I kind of wanted to at least give you a draft in regards
That's
to
so
what it kind of looked like, so that you can kind of get a feel for what it will potentially look like once it's actually ready. So that's just a rough
Mason,
sketch.
Do you want the top floor of the tower?
He probably is in the middle of class,
Listen.
knowing him.
I call it top loft.
Can I have the
Top loft of
second
the
floor?
bed.
I don't want to waddle up too many stairs.
We'll
Okay,
say
and
one or
grab
yeah.
2 shifters.
Yeah, I mean,
Mercy
we'll,
on me.
yeah, and those are 2 of the bigger rooms, so you could easily turn part of that room into a nursery, so that kind of fits in. So the first floor of the tower is the base of the tower. That's like the more bastion of the forest or of the tower. And on that level's the common room, the kitchen, the larder, like all the day-to-day functions of the estate. The second floor is 2 bedrooms, and then 4 bedrooms up in the main tower itself. The top veranda, which you can turn into anything you want, as well as the gardens. Now, to bring it up to a livable condition, Fire, you're looking at about 50,000 gold outright, just to get it
Not that bad.
into a livable state, which will leave you with 450,000 gold to spend
I think.
as well.
I feel like I'm playing The Sims.
Do we need to hire like a housekeeper or something, or like a cook, or?
Most estates usually do this, but this is where Asborn Sinclair's influence can pop in, because his panache or her panache for kind of running an estate household is kind of bred into her a little bit. She is of money and influence and wealth. So she
And
can either
hotness.
choose to use... Oh, and Asborn, you now have an annual stipend of 100,000 gold a year.
What is a stipend?
Hey.
That is...
Stipend.
Stipend is
allowance.
like you get it no matter if you're an asshole or not.
Right. Because of
100,000?
your responsibilities and your duties and what she does for the family, Asborn maintains a residence in the Sinclair estate back in the Vale or the Valley, as well as small residential homes in all the emissary locations as well.
I feel
We
like a
got
rich
hideouts.
girl.
You are a rich girl.
Rich girl.
Bougie bitch.
Bougie
Where's my Prada bag?
You can rely on your old man's money.
Hey, Chav. What would be... So you mentioned something about armor, weapons, and stuff like that, Fire?
I can help handle that. I'm creating my own workshop on the land.
Okay. So you're going to build that in Nicodronis then?
You don't want to share a
Asborn?
workshop with me?
You have a workshop?
Yes, I made
He was
my
going to have
workshop.
one built in the tower.
Yeah, that's what I was planning also. We can have one
Okay.
big, like, massive, like, workshop.
Okay.
Albin's gonna join you there also.
Okay.
It'll be like a maker space.
Love it. I can build that in the map, no problem. So Fire, weapons, equipment, and then obviously bonding time with your sister. What particular equipment? are you
Over
looking
weapons
for?
and equipment,
Yeah.
bonding with my sister over weapons and equipment, not stabbing her in the back with them.
His
Very
sister,
dis-
look how
Very
cool this
disappointing
dagger
to
is.
Pius.
Well, you know, I wanted to track down Pumat's soul and, you know, find him, see what he's got.
You actually come to find out that he has a small established shop in Port Zune. You and your sister spend the time traveling together to make your way to
Okay.
Port Zune.
That's our
And-
sisterly bonding time, shopping
Yeah.
trip.
Yep.
Got it.
This is when you both begin to learn quite a bit about each other. You begin to develop an understanding of when the gentleman had taken possession of both of you. Well, technically, gentleman was just a teenager. The youngest version of the gentleman trying to establish his influence with the families was his first attempt at protecting both you and your sister. And he was using this false narrative of including the two of you as the Brightcliff family agreement as part of the Nine and doing away with the nefarious effigies and entities that are known as the Nine. Now, he was very young when Gwendolyn was taken. He was like 13 or 14. To a certain degree, he inadvertently orchestrated that. And he orchestrated that on purpose because he was very jealous of Shulamon. And because he was jealous of Shulamon, he felt that that was a great way to both get back at Shulamon and continue to protect you and your sister and allow the Brightcliffs to go into hiding as they did not want to participate in the ceremony. There, however, was a disagreement or a misunderstanding with the patron of the Brightcliffs, an ancient red dragon known as Drakeshale. Drakeshale was never told the truth and never has been told the truth. And that was the dragon that you encountered as part of your memory recover when traveling with the caravan and you were placed in hiding within the temple. So Drake Shell is now on your radar.
Break or break?
Drake, D's and dog.
Okay.
As neither you or your sister were fully aware of this, but what had happened is that when a spell was used to cause your sister to forget her memories, it didn't work well. It backfired. And it caused her to behave very strangely, and it created more of a negative effect on her, and it inadvertently implanted the idea that you were responsible for the death of the family, and she had swore to track you down and kill you in revenge. Well, once the gentleman was able to finally find her and get her back under his influence, he took her to one of the Wild Mother priests and had the same ceremony performed on her that initially was performed on you. Her memory was established, the truth revealed. And the only reason she brings up the conversation about the Drake Shale is that even the gentleman didn't realize that the family Brightcliff had a patron. And had he realized that, he may have handled things a little bit more differently. At least that's how she explains it to you based on her own conversations. So by the end of the trip to Port Zune, and the two of you aren't exactly fast friends yet, but you're beginning to realize that both of you were almost like inadvertent pawns within something that was playing out around you, either by mistake or by happenstance. And although most of what was being done was good intentioned, there may have been better ways to handle it. But you're now in that process of trying to recover some of that, all that lost time that you normally would have had with your sister. Once in Port Zune, you would have met up with Pumat Soul. Is there a particular item that I could find for you? Oh, look at you. You got a twin. That's really cool. That's like a cat of two tails. Anyways, what can I get you? So what would you like to try to find in his shop?
Magic items.
Well, of course, and he's got those.
I don't know.
But anything particular? Because you do have plenty of time and you do have a bit of influence.
Guys, what do we want?
Potions.
Oh yeah, potions of health.
A single one of us is there, so.
I'm not there.
What?
There's a lot of Post-it notes in your pocket.
Yeah, I have a bunch of shopping lists from each of us.
Mine is caked in ice cream. No particular reason.
Just sticky.
He pulls out a sticky note. I think Thyson would like a bottle of.
It was strawberry.
I trust you, Fire. You can get what you think is necessary.
I'll say,
healing
initially the need would be mostly healing potions. So he'll sell you 12 superior healing potions and 12 greater healing potions for about 5,000 gold. And it's a remarkable discount because of the influence you have over the city. In fact, you even have a residence here now, courtesy of Humperdinck and the warden that you helped free during the period of the retaking of Nicodronis. So you do have a little notoriety and a little bit of fan worship within Port Zune.
Plus, everybody thought we were dead. So that's
There's that.
That's
We have
Sycophant fans.
So for 5,000 gold. Okay. 1,000 gold. So Pumat, do you have anything that might, tickle our fancy?
Well, I don't know. What does it take to fancy someone's tickle?
It takes not much sometimes.
My eyes are up here, Fire.
Yeah, I know they're up there. Yeah. Well, shoot, I don't know. What do we want? I have no attunement slots left. Mine are all taken. So
I need some Crisco.
Hey, some
Well,
rounds for my pistols. Magic ones.
Yeah.
Do you have magic bullets?
Sorry, I don't really dabble in that particular type of engineering. I would recommend like maybe a more like an artificer enchanter of sorts. They might be a little bit more helpful.
You're useless.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'm
can I
going to look
retcon
around his
something?
shop. Do I
Can I start
see
working on
anything?
infusions into his bullets?
You could start working on that if you want to.
Okay.
Watch as I give
Go
him
back.
this bullet a tattoo.
Oh
I
my
want a
gosh,
bullet that when you
I
shoot
don't
it,
know
when
what-
it hits something, it turns into a fireball.
I was gonna say you could paint a happy face on the end of it, so when it hits someone, it's
They're
an
happy when they
illusionary
die.
happy face that pops up in their face.
As it blows straight through them. Oh.
So I want a ring of like dispel magic. A ring
Go-
of dispel
yeah.
magic
Yes.
not
Yeah.
very
Ring of
powerful
What?
that fits. I
She
want
wants,
a ring of
she wants a
dispel
ring.
magic. I want a ring of dispel magic. Not very powerful. Yeah, I know. That will fit on the end of a gun.
Oh, so you want a cock ring?
Jeez.
Well, I mean, no.
And there it goes down into the gutter, spilling down.
Well,
So,
guns cock,
no.
don't they?
And then, can I get a bunch of cannonballs? And can you magically shrink them? And then we put them in the gun, and then we shoot them out of the gun through this ring of dispel magic, and then they become cannons. And then we have a handheld.
I find
cannon
your
blaster.
description to be most entertaining, and I hope to work on something like that someday.
Pretty cool.
But until we,
That would be really
come up with a way of defying even magical physics, it's going to take some effort.
Well, I read about it, and I thought you would be
It's
awesome.
kind
about
of a
it.
genius idea.
That is pretty cool.
Well, if you could leave me your notes, and I could possibly take a look at this, I could certainly give it a try and let you know maybe in the next few months or so if I can put something like this together.
Okay, I'm gonna leave him my notes.
Okay.
On my note in Fire's pocket, I think we should have protection stuff from things
Oh, yeah.
that, like protection from fire, or not
Do
you
you
fire,
have
but like
From
protection
fire.
from fire.
Protection stuff. I think I'm looking at the note from Samara. I think maybe contraceptives. I'm just kidding.
I really want to ring a featherfall or fly because I'm going to be in a magical ship soon and I don't want to fall out and die.
Actually, probably
Well, I
a good
could
idea.
certainly sell you a ring
Alright.
of feather fall for 1,000 gold. That's no problem.
Ooh, I would like a ring of featherfall for 1,000 gold. Yes.
I do believe it
feather
requires attunement, though. I think I'll have to check.
Okay, 1,000 gold. Cool. And then, what other notes did you guys send me with? Mara, Asborn, Dyson.
I would say that the one thing he would give you is a small or a medium-sized box filled with just about every component that either Thyson or Samara would need for the work that they work, for all their spells, components, any designs, infusions that
I
they're
have spells
doing.
Can I get a bag of holding?
I have a bag of holding.
I
Whatever.
want a bag.
I
Whatever
know, but if I
Pavu
give you
has.
another bag of holding, you're gonna blow it up again.
I've learned my lesson. I'll do it again.
I certainly can sell you a bag of holding for 3,000 gold.
Okay.
How about something
Bag of
that makes me
holding, I will-
way beautiful? How about that?
Have you
Uh,
tried-
I have that ring of the changes your appearance ring.
Pumat Soul reaches under, pulls out a paper bag, and slides it over you. Just give Tobias that. He'll know what to do.
I was just gonna give him some alcohol.
I
Well,
need
no, that will
something-
just make him think everybody else is more pretty.
I need to be able to influence people coming up here.
Oh my God. Somebody please buy him a little admiral outfit to go out to do naval.
Oh, I wanted the total conquistador with the breastplate and the puffy pants and the helmet that goes like this. Yeah, the Morian helmet.
Yeah, but if you were half plate, you have to take disadvantage on your stealth checks, don't
No,
you?
because the Sinclairs have that lightweight steel they're going to make me a breastplate out of
That's true. They do have that.
that I'm waiting for.
All right.
Still.
I'm gonna continue thinking about things that I want. I'm gonna look through the lists of,
At
stuff
some
and
point
magic.
over the course of this conversation, he keeps referring to an entity called Sparky. and you watch as this automaton robot has been coming back and forth to the front of his shop, helping bring things from the back that you've been purchasing.
Oh, that'd be a perfect butler.
Sparky. I like Sparky. What about, do you have a ring of mind shielding?
In fact, I do. I have one of those currently. They're quite expensive. They do require attunement. Be about 5,000 gold.
Oh, it does say it requires attunement. You guys
It's a
would
good
want a
idea.
ring of mind shielding?
What about an autographed picture of the storm chasers?
Yeah, I can throw in an autographed picture of the storm chasers with that.
So
get me,
$1,000 and 1,000 gold and autographed picture of the storm chasers.
autographed. I mean, it's worth something.
Give me persuasion. We'll see if he bites.
Do it, baby! Let's come on. No one's got one. It'll be the first one. You can sell it.
It will.
Make a mint.
Well,
I rolled a 14.
Everybody thinks we're dead, but
14. I'll tell you what. I'll take that autographed painting and 3,000 gold.
Yeah, we just saved some money.
But make sure it's big enough to go up behind my counter. One of the big, 8 feet by 4 foot massive paintings. And I would like for you all to come up and commission it for me and hang it and sign it when when it's done. Is that okay with all of you? Well, at least you, if you could check with your friends.
Yeah. I'll get them to come and do that. I just have to actually write it down so I remember it out of character.
Sure, I'll remember.
Oh yeah, ring of mind shielding. That will stop me from becoming a death cleric. Watch.
No, you do that all by yourself.
Oh, fight.
You make
just
your
do
own
that.
choices.
Yeah, you made your choice on that one, lady. Oh, it'll stop me from becoming a... Yeah. Uh-huh. How about just waiting for us before you pull some shit?
Who has attunement
that.
slots available? Who has attunement slots available? Because I can get like protection rings or necklaces
Possibly
or something.
me. Hang on.
Do I? I have one.
You have one available?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can get rid of my like ring of disguise thing.
The ring of disguise
good.
wasn't attunement.
How
The
about
ring
a...
of disguise
wasn't
wasn't
attunement.
attunement.
What's that ring where it makes like a multiple amount of you and they don't know which one to shoot at?
Mirror image.
Yeah. There you go.
I can
So
do that as a
Tobias
spell,
can
but I
be
think I
his
can only cast that on
sniper
myself.
self and not get hit.
Yeah. That Pumatzol, I do actually have one of those. It's extremely rare. Does require attunement. I can sell that to you for 12,000 gold.
Ooh.
Oh, second, 4. Tell him 4 signed autographs.
Oh, no, thank you. That'll
Just kidding.
disparage the value of the original. And seeing as how your classic adventures, once you die, it'll be worth more money.
12
That is true.
grand.
It will. It will be worth way more money. Wow. There's a Ring of Heroes Feast, guys. Ring of Heroes Feast.
Well, I have an attunement slot now because apparently I had something to do that I didn't need.
12 grand's a lot of money.
Ask them if they have anything that explodes with lightning.
Dwarf
I
him
already
down
have-
on that.
I already have one ring. I can have 2 rings, right?
You can
Well,
have,
it's
you
based
have
on your
5
attunement
fingers.
slots. You have 10 fingers.
You have
She
10,
has
5
10
fingers per hand. So.
Just making sure.
Hey, dwarf
It's
him
just
down on
whether
that a
it's
little
attuned
bit.
or not.
See if he can do like 8 grand or something.
For the ring of...
Well, perhaps if you put a whole bunch of suggestions together in one request, perhaps we can do a deal of combination.
Deal. Yeah. Well, we're a ring and mirror image. Tobias, you have a slot available? Ring of
Let me look.
mirror image.
That would be
I'll make room.
that would be great for a melee fighter.
Yeah, that's what Tobias was. Yeah, I mean, he's a melee fighter, right?
No, I
Maybe.
want it so they
I
can't
thought he
see
was
me.
ranged because he's shooting from afar.
He's ranged. He
Where's
is.
my inventory?
Oh,
And then, what about a protection ring?
Where's
a
it show
ring
your
of-
attunements?
of-
attunement, dur.
Down at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I got
open.
open.
Okay.
Well, I actually 2 open
Well, you-
because I
you
don't
have
have
the
the
ring of-
bandolier of
you're getting-
daggers anymore.
You're getting the ring of Featherfall, so that will take 1.
Okay.
Ask him if he has an animated shield.
No, I'm sorry. I don't really deal in those heavy kind of armors. I prefer rings, necklaces, bracers, potions. It's more affordable for me when I go traveling.
You know, if you wanted to set up a shop in Nicodronis, we could probably help you set up a shop in Nicodronis too.
I'm more inclined to eventually find my way to Rexentrim, but I do appreciate that.
Okay.
Hook you up in Rexentrim too. We know people.
Yeah, we could probably hook you up in Rexentrim.
How about?
That is good to know. Perhaps
How
if
about
I'm ever in Nicodronis and need a pastry and a coffee, I'll come a calling.
Hey,
Oh,
what
yeah,
if
my-
we
our
hook him up?
tower-
What if we
our
hook up
tower
and
is
hook him up with
our
a
tower.
shop in Rexentrim, and he gives us what we want right now?
That's not on your post-it note.
That's
not
what
on
I.
your
That's
post-
what I wrote on my post-it note. I have a magical post-it note that I just write, and it appears on the post-it note she has.
What about like a ring of fire protection, or a ring of lightning protection, or a ring of acid protection?
I
Which
have
protection
many
do you want?
rings of protection and resistances. I shouldn't have any problem digging those up. Most of your standard rings of resistance are roughly 2,000 gold apiece, and most of your variations of rings of protection, +1, +2, +3. I mean, the more enchantments, the more expensive they are. Ring
Right,
protection
right.
+1 is 1,000 gold, and a ring of protection +3 would be 6,000 gold.
Oof.
Oh, ring of protections.
Okay.
Um,
You want the rings of protection? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Rings of protection.
Let's see.
Okay, rings of protection.
Oh my god,
God,
the
now I
battering
can't
shield looks so
remember
cool.
what they call that.
Ooh.
It's not radiant damage. It's what's the opposite of radiant damage? I can't remember now off the top of my head.
Necrotic.
Necrotic. How about a ring of necrotic protection? Because that's what that
baby.
evil little witch hobbit uses on us all the time.
Oh yeah. Do you have a ring of necrotic reduction?
Reduction? Prediction?
Reduction.
Yeah, I have many
Reduction.
predictions.
Sorry,
Hi,
I'm
baby
baby
boy.
crazy right now.
Well, yeah, you're a grandpa. I'm a
He's
papa.
so cute.
I got to see him once, and then we don't see him because of the COVID thing.
Yeah, I know.
Sucks.
He is. Thank God he's pretty.
Yeah, we know.
He
Looks
looks
very
like
much.
He got that.
Looks just like mom. Thank God. I do have a ring of necrotic resistance if you need it.
Ooh, yeah, a ring of necrotic resistance, because yeah. Okay. So with the ring of the mirror image and a ring of necrotic resistance.
We could definitely do a deal on that. Let's say 8,000 gold
Okay.
for both.
Give me a +3 ring of protection.
And a plus. Well, no, I gotta get a ring for Sam. You are already getting 2 rings, or 3.
We got a
if you're
bunch of
getting the
money.
necrotic damage.
Wait, was
That's-
the multiple ones that was the most expensive
We
one?
got like 400,000 gold pieces.
The ring of protection +3 is 6,000 gold,
There you go.
and then the ring of mirror image is 12,000 gold,
That's right. Okay.
and then the ring of necrotic resistance would be about 5,000 gold. But if you were to combine those somehow, we could get the price down.
Okay. So a ring of mirror image, a ring of necrotic resistance, and a ring of protection +3. Right? Yeah.
Well, with the ring of protection +3, you're looking at 6, 18, and I could let you have all that for 9,000 gold.
Ooh,
Okay.
good deal.
I like that. Yeah. Okay. That's fun.
Don't worry. I'm good for it.
Well, we all made them.
Especially if my idea works out.
And
My nefarious plans.
you have nefarious plans?
Oh yeah.
Does anybody
Yes,
else want to
nefarious.
He
be?
might literally be the last pirate on the open sea.
Pavu lived, so I mean, he could be out there.
Wasn't he in rough shape though?
he was
They
looking
all
like
were.
he was in rough
They're all in
shape,
like
but-
full-blown survival mode at this point. Which, hey, they're pirates. They'll do fine. All right. Anything
yeah, we
else you want to
should
do with
probably-
your 5 months there, Fire?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So, like Samara and like Mara and like Fire, you'll eventually wrap up your 5 months at the Family Brecht compound. Tobias, Asborn, and Thyson. Who wants to go next?
Either you guys want to go, or me go, or go ahead, Asborn.
I was just wondering if I can get. What was the shield that I got from the Sinclair Armory recently? Was it a +1?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, then I don't need to look for a new shield.
Oh my god, I'm going to cram that gum right into your sleeve.
Only into his sleeve,
Oh.
or
Why
up his
did- well, his prison sleeve.
his prison purse.
No, not my prison purse.
Put that gum in your prison purse, pal.
Well, I definitely want to work on that mall then.
Okay.
A thunder-based mall.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'll say basically that mall description that you give me is you could easily have that commissioned and made. You have enough wealth and influence to get it done. By the time it's done, I would say that it's going to be +3 to hit. So +3 to hit, +3 for damage. It'll be a DC strength check of 18. If that fails, the target is pushed back 20 feet and knocked prone. Sorry, if it doesn't fail, or no, if it fails, yeah, if they fail the save. My brain's a little fried right now.
Am I
Instead
rubbing
of
off on you?
wait, would it be easier for your rolls if we had me do a strength check to see if I pass 18 instead of you having to roll DCs for it?
No, because the effect is when the hammer hits your target. So they're trying to resist that effect. So it's a lot
Okay.
easier for me just to do
Okay.
strength saves. Yeah. And then it'll be a damage of 2d12.
2d12. And then I want to make attachments on the back of my armor, kind of like the Witcher, where he has two swords. I want
Yep.
2 mauls.
Okay.
That way, during combat, I can quickly swap between each maul depending on the situation.
Sounds good.
And then I'm gonna have the Wild Mother maul and then that Thunder maul.
Yep.
I'll call it my big boomstick.
Listen, you parents, this here's my boomstick.
Big boom.
I don't think we want to talk about your boomstick.
Oh, I was just quoting Army of Darkness.
I know.
That's right. Greatest movie ever made.
So, Asborn, along with that is your at the Bailiff Tower. You currently have a garrison of 50 Sinclair soldiers, and their responsibility is protection of the estate, or whenever called upon. The current sergeant and captain in charge of that.
I don't think we have room for 50. No.
On 2 acres, I was looking at that. I'm like, ooh, 2 acres for. I was already thinking smaller than that.
You want to
We
go
just
25?
Yeah,
we said
25 followers.
10
Okay.
assassins. That's what we need.
We need 10 assassins to train
the
fire.
assassin. Just the assassin ones, like from your grandmother. Yeah.
So the captain goes by the name of Arhar Vargoba.
Our Harvard.
Blah, blah, blah.
How do you spell that one?
Just go with Vargoba. It's fine.
Garbar. We'll call him Garbar.
We're gonna call him
So Captain
Har.
Vargoba.
Har.
There's Captain Vargoba,
Captain
and then
Var.
there is also
Don't leak down my
Sergeant Caldrum.
Caldron.
Perfect.
And they're in charge of 25 Sinclair guards. And they're family estate guards, so they're a little bit more highly trained. They'd be the equivalent of a level 5 fighter. And obviously, the Sinclair estate will foot the bill of building a small garrison building on the estate grounds, and that can happen over the 5-month period.
Mm-hmm. And then I was looking to get a blacksmith on site for us.
The state will gladly pay to put a blacksmith on the site.
Mhm.
And the estate will send their one of their more infamous family blacksmiths that goes by the name of Hasid Khalid.
Hasid.
Seed Khalid.
And he is a master weaponsmith and armorer.
Perfect. And then, besides setting up the state and working on my armor and maul, I'm going to start furthering relationships with Bright Queen.
Okay.
I'm going to be sending letters. I'm going to send regional specialties and gift boxes to her. Introduce her to Asmon. And then I'm going to dump all of the rest of the emissaries I was in charge of back onto Asmon since he's back.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll keep the Bite Queen to myself though.
Okay, fair enough.
I get the cool one.
So go ahead and give me a persuasion roll with advantage because you are sending gifts.
Persuasion roll with advantage.
At least your charisma is probably higher than mine.
It's a plus 13.
Right.
Oh, those are some bad rolls.
Oh, come on.
18.
Why are
Okay.
you using D&D Beyond? You have dice.
My dice, I left them back at home over the weekend.
18 is still pretty decent. So we'll say over the course of a 2-month period, you managed to get an appointment and a series of conversations. And at some point, you and the others should definitely make a visit to the Bright Queen and do the final influences required of establishing an emissary in their capital.
Sounds great.
All right, so that'll wrap
That's
up
pretty much it.
Asborn. And once again, the conclusion of the Funcheer month will have you at the Brecht compound as well. Tobias or Thyson, who wants to go next?
You want to go last, Dyson, or you want to go now?
What do you want?
I guess I'll go.
Okay, Tobe.
Okay. So, right from when the last game ended, everybody's at the compound. Bright Queen, all these people, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I want to talk to a few people, okay, to set everything in motion. Of Storm Chasers 2. Back to the beginning. Getting Wit's Mine. The Tobias Fairweather story. A Tobias Fairweather joint. Okay. So, first,
I'm going to go pee right now.
okay.
Right down my leg. Puddle it into my Vans.
All right.
Squish.
So, first I want to talk to the Bright Queen.
Okay.
And I want to ask her for a ship. Because I like her ships. They're cool.
Give me a persuasion check. This should be an interesting conversation.
I'm just gonna go up to her and be like, "Can I have one?"
Oh, not too bad. Persuasion. So a 15.
15? Well, Tobias, it's not that I didn't want to give you a ship, but to be honest, they're not mine to give.
Oh, come on. You're the queen. Look.
Yes,
look.
Tobias, I'm the queen of the court and the politics.
Yeah.
You see
come-
that person over
If
there?
you need someone killed, you go like that. They're dead. Come on. Look. Wait. I just need a little ship. Maybe hold 15, 20 people. Real fast, real small.
Let me see what I can do, and I will let you know.
Okay. So, and then Sam.
Uh-oh.
What?
Hi, Sam. Okay, so
you need?
I mean, Sam's literally drinking a celebratory ale as all this happiness is going on, and over comes this little dark cloud.
Yeah, he's a little on the manic side about this ship thing. So, okay, Sam,
What?
I got a question. Okay, so the Bright Queen's going to give me a ship
Why?
because I'm awesome. Anyway,
Okay.
can your people make it fly?
Can
Would
my
they do that
people
for
make-
me?
Can my people make it fly?
They did the last one.
The last one was more about taking very basic engineering. I will say this much: with the opening of the emissaries and the amount of support coming out for the Luxodon Kingdom, you could probably reach out to Amon, and there is a guild in Amon that deals in flying ships that are more representative of the Githyanki style ship. And it's through a very controlled substance called broomstone. And this particular
or broomstote?
broomstone.
Broomstone. Gotcha.
And this broomstone is very well kind of like monitored, maintained. It's the same magical stone that's kind of used in the handful of flying ships that both Amon and a couple other capital nation states have access to. So there could be something there, but it might take some effort.
I'll see what I
Effort.
can do.
Oh, all right. So I don't need the Bright Queen ship. I tell her stuff her ship. All right.
No, I think we still need a ship, don't we? Like, we just
No, we got
I
the Crimson
we got
Mouse.
the Crimson Mouse, that hunk of
Okay.
shit. But
So
I
the
want a
Crimson
flying
Mouse
ship.
fly.
Okay.
It's not a whole shit.
So now Mara.
Mars like literally like eating a celebratory chicken wing and looks over. I like that shit.
Pops up again.
Hey,
I'm just
first
imagining
mate.
his head popping in from all the way.
I know, right?
How's it going?
Great.
Hey.
How's it
I'm looking for some water breathers, about 20, 30, 40 of them. Do you know some peeps you can get me in contact with?
Do I know 30 water breathers?
Yeah, like yourself.
No.
You know.
I know one. The gentleman.
Is it me?
It's the gentleman.
Oh, I also
I
can
don't
breathe
need
underwater.
him.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
just go out to the
there's-
docks
there's-
looking for him then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not a lot of me walking around. I'm pretty unique.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mars like one of two water genasi you've seen in almost 6 months.
Dur, that's why I'm asking her. She might know some
Three,
peeps.
now that my
Well,
father's
wait.
wandering around somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't they have like
Do I
a
overhear
city or
this?
some place under the ocean we could talk to him? Or
No,
Not
I can cast
Aquaman.
water breathing.
no?
you can't.
Tobias.
Wait, you cast
Huh?
a spell.
I can cast water breathing on people. What are you trying to do?
Oh, perfect. So you have to come with me. Okay, now I'm gonna talk. I'll get back with you. Now I'm gonna talk to.
Okay, Bias, I can cast water breathing as well.
Okay, you come with me. Okay, so now I talk to Alabaster.
Am I coming?
Yeah, if you want to come, everybody can come to this one. So
Okay.
I ask Alabaster, Captain Alabaster,
Tobias.
Admiral Alabaster,
Yeah. Yes.
Lord of the
Captain
High
Tobias.
Seas, Scourge of the Pirates. Yeah. Do you want to do a salvage operation with me?
Explain.
I'm going back to Bawali to get all my treasure. And it's underneath the water. So we had some water breathers, and we're going to go back, and we got a bunch of shit last time we were there. A bunch of cursed crap that we couldn't use and couldn't do anything
but-
with. And we left a bunch of really good treasure there. And I want to go back, and I'll give you, a very reasonable amount of it to help me. We just need to get a bunch of water breathers that can breathe water, go into the water, collect my treasure, bring it back up.
Tobias. I know you've been kind of off doing your own thing for a while, so I'll let you in on a little secret. No one's allowed to go to Bawali anymore.
Who says?
The majority of the Clovis Conclave, the council, those in charge, for now, Bawali's essentially off limits.
Okay.
It's
Bye.
been important.
Okay. Hey, Thyson.
Strange mouse.
What do you need?
Hey, do you think you could teleport me to Dark Toe?
Why do you need to be teleported to Dark Toe?
Because I'm gonna make a deal with the pirates.
What kind of deal?
Well, I'm gonna go back to Bawali and get my treasure.
What's your treasure?
All the treasure we left on that island. It's underwater.
Oh, you mean like in the ship?
No. You weren't
He's
there, were
literally
you?
talking about the Stormlord's vault.
The Stormlord's vault. We're gonna go back to the Stormlord's vault and get all that
The one that
treasure.
we originally stole everything out of.
And we stole all
wait.
the shit,
Didn't
cursed
the
shit
mountain
out of, and we
collapse?
left all the good
What
shit
originally
there.
created our entire problems? You want to go back to that?
Yes.
Didn't the
Sure,
mountain
have fun.
collapse?
Well, can you help me just like teleport back and forth and do some shit so I can get together a crew, steal some
teleport
ships,
you-
and go
I
over
can
there and get
teleport
it?
you there. I can't teleport you back because I ain't coming.
Okay. That's all I need, pal. You're good. So that's basically what I want to do.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So you've already been warned that the Bawali Island has been cordoned off.
Uh-huh.
Most of your friends already know that your plan is probably dangerous, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
But because Thyson has always enjoyed entertaining himself with your plans,
Right. So I went to him.
he teleports you.
Okay.
And when you get teleported to Dark Toe,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll say this is roughly a month since, its recovery from the gated influence of the Obsidian Tower and everything that was
Right.
going on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically an impoverished island.
Gotcha.
Everybody-
Yeah. I
Everybody
was hoping for
here, everybody here is pretty much destitute,
that. Mm-hmm.
having to work a very hard Scrabble life. They're doing their best to try to begin the rebuilding. Of
I
the
bring a
Dark Toe
bunch of
Fort.
stuff with me, like food and blankets and all kinds of stuff.
There's at least 1,000 people that call this place home now.
All right. I'm looking for Pavu.
Searching for Pavu.
Tobias, did you want me to go with you?
Yeah, sure. You can go with me.
So I'll say,
But you can't just let my plans happen. Don't butt in. No matter what I say, even if it sounds insane, just shake your head yes. It sounds great. Okay.
And chances are it will
mostly
be
coming
insane.
I'm mostly coming along to make sure you have a ride back.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And I filled the duffel bag full of stuff for...
Can't hear you, babe.
Oh, I filled the duffel bag of holding full of, stuff for impoverished people.
there you go. Jerky,
Because there's a section of that on the basic equipment list.
fish jerky.
Basic equipment.
You know, something they haven't eaten in a long time.
Fish jerky.
Yeah, fish jerky. Something they haven't eaten in a long time.
So the
That's
two of you
gross.
are now on an island of impoverished people, mostly criminal types or people that have kind of like given up as part of being within the normal society norms. And for the most part, it's the regular protests of groups of people trying to just get by with what they can. And the port city of Dark Toe is very slowly coming back to fruition. You also find out that Pavu was assassinated by another
Oh, man.
by another pirate. This pirate goes by the name of Hunis Bria, a middle-aged individual, a bit of a mix between Furbog and Goliath, and he seems to be commanding and controlling the majority of the people and kind of gotten them under his influence. He has a second in charge that goes by the name of Wyatt Monrose, or Marinos, a much younger version of himself. And he's probably part Furbog as well because he does have hair, but he also bears the markings of a Goliath. But he is quite larger than Hunis is.
Mm-hmm.
These two seem to be mostly focused on getting all of this under control. At best, they tell you in Fire that they can put together a crew of 100 and could barely scrounge together 5 ships, but they demand half the gold.
Mm-hmm.
So they're willing to go on this little adventure. They're willing to try to see if they can help you recover where you think your treasure is. But whatever treasure's found, they get half.
And if we find no treasure?
Then we still get half.
Half of nothing's nothing. Gold only, no magic items. We get all the magic items.
I
If
could
there's
give a
any.
shit about your magic items. That's what's gotten us into this fucking mess.
Exactly.
Gold only, please. Hard currencies.
Can I ask what happened with Pavu?
Yeah, he was
don't
cheap.
worry, he wasn't my friend. Fucking guy stole my ship, so fuck him.
Well, he was a little slow on getting things going, so we decorated him over there. And you can see his skull like planted on a pike near one of the kind of dilapidated areas of the town.
You guys beat me to it. All right, yep. It's a deal.
Okay. So with that,
And I'm going to tell you right now, if you guys try to fuck me, I'll kill you both. And guess what? I can do it. So please don't fuck me. Because
Certainly.
Pavu had a kind of a backhanded way of fucking people, and I'm not going to get fucked. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Now, I'm not calling aspersions on you. I'm just telling you. You try to double cross me, and you'll be eating your balls before you slowly die.
thanks UST Show for the raid. You got here just in time to hear about ball eating. It's always fun. So
On
we'll
episode
say
69.
we'll say we'll say that the final 2 months of your time is this unique adventure that you, Fire, and her sister go on.
And Mara. No, I guess not, huh?
No, Mara
'Cause
can't
she's gonna
because
get
of her
prego.
narration. Samara, her
Okay,
narration.
but we can get everybody, yeah.
So
like-
everybody else is busy with the exception of you, Fire's sister, and this hodgepodge crew that you've kind of gathered up around you.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a D100, please.
Oh my god.
I gotta dig
We're
them
gonna
out.
die. Oh my god, we're gonna die.
So that would be 60%.
It was definitely a difficult journey. Of the 6 ships, only 4 made it through.
Darn.
The majority of the crew do end up surviving. A few hands are lost. The difficulty is the recovery of the item, as it's mostly collapsed under that particular area. So it's very difficult to recover for the most part. You unfortunately have no real success at recovering any magical items,
Okay.
but you managed to recover 400,000 gold worth of wealth.
So they get 200,000?
They get 200,000, and you and Fire and her sister eventually sail into the port of Nicodronis, get dropped off with an additional 200,000 gold to add to your coffers. And you could be
That's not too
personally
shabby.
now
Nicely
be able to
done.
tell people that you successfully bankrolled the inevitable resurgence of piracy.
That's one of the things I wanted to do, but shh, nobody knows. Okay, so and
Our
then,
We don't tell
Admiral
anybody.
Alabaster will be just thrilled with you.
yeah, don't tell
We
them.
don't tell anybody. We don't tell
That's
anybody.
what happens when you don't agree to do what I like to do. And
So
you start
that'll
throwing
wrap
laws on
up
my
your
face.
little event, Tobias.
Well,
as you...
I want to make sure that my armor gets upgraded. My shark
Yep.
armor gets upgraded with the plates, and then, retrieve the treasure check. When I was with the pirates, were they at all interested maybe becoming privateers? If I could get them pardons for all their piracy?
I would say the ones that are most interested are the ones that were former crew of some of the naval vessels that were left behind during the action that took place in
Mhm.
Darktoe, the eventual defeat of the Hydra, Scourge. I would say maybe about 6 of them might be interested.
Oh, okay. Well, if they want to come back with me, they could
I'll say you have
to
6.
be repatriated or
Yeah, I'll
stay
say you
with
have
me
6
or whatever.
patrons at this point. 6 individuals that have decided to come back and offer their services in whatever way you see fit over the future.
Okay.
For now, they'll be responsible for your aide de camp within Admiral Alabaster's headquarters, and that's where they'll be kind of bivouacked and serviced out of.
I'll tell Alabaster that I've just received word that there are 4 pirate ships loaded with treasure making their way toward Darktoe as we speak. I was told by a spy of mine.
You're an asshole. You're such a dick. Give me a persuasion check on that one. You're such a
Okay.
prick.
Why would you do that?
Yes! 18. Let's
You're
see,
very
perception
smart,
from-
rat.
Persuasion. So a 19.
19? We'll send a few ships to investigate this.
Careful.
Good to know, Tobias.
What kind? Were the ships well outfitted, or were they well outfitted? that I
They were the
remember?
best they could offer at the time.
I mean, are they loaded with cannons, or they have like 1 cannon each, or something?
They are recovered ships of the line. They're probably 10-gun broadsides per ship.
Yeah, I'll let them know all that information.
Okay.
So be
What are your
careful.
spots?
We'll send a small fleet of the line. See if we can intercept them. We'll certainly
All right.
let you know what happens.
Okay. Okay, and then that's it.
Eventually, near the end of your 5 months, your armor is delivered and is completed.
Okay.
Am I gonna do
All
it?
right, finally.
So with that, all of you are concluded except for Thyson. Thyson, what are you doing with this 5 months?
Well, there's a lot of extraterrestrial beings or extraplanar beings in our world. And even though we may have like done some stuff now, it does not mean that nothing else is going on in the world. So I would like to spend all of my 5 months mainly traveling around the world, helping any sort of small issues with any sort of monster-like beings,
Okay.
while also at the same time doing 2 major side things, which are collecting information on where the different items that were stolen went.
Okay.
And remember that gemstone I was like starting to carve?
Yep.
I'm going to try and do my best to make that into a masterwork magic item that I want to call the Runestone.
Okay.
That basically I'm carving as many possible runes of banishment into it as I physically can to try and
Okay.
make it basically an item that just as a spellcasting focus makes banishes permanent. Whatever it banishes cannot come back to the plane that you banished it from.
So do this for me. Roll a d12.
I got a 5.
5. You managed to successfully carve 5 stable runes of permanent management within the stone. It's a part of your focus now, and you have to carry it on you at all times. For now, it requires attunement for it to maintain its power. So keep that in mind. However, with each successful banishment, and then you invoke the rune of banishment from your focus point, from your magical focus, that rune will fade, and then after the 5th use, the gem will self-destruct, therefore trapping anybody that was banished utilizing it permanently where they reside. Now, the invocation of the rune traps them there, but not permanently. It's only through the final exercise of the gem that will allow it to be permanent banishment, meaning whoever you use it on can never, ever leave their plane of existence.
That's what I wanted. Thank
Okay.
you.
Does that balance make sense? That way it's not
Yeah.
too OP? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll also say through your travels, you find yourself spending time at the Stoutheart village, learning more about what they thought Tirling was as an oracle and the involvement of those that helped kidnap her, which was Shulaman's involvement. We know that now. And then her inevitable corruption and using her to contain the form that is known as Zarel. You learn one thing. Zarel has not crossed over yet. Zarel's pact with Shulaman takes on many visages and many opportunities that all seem to fail in one way or the other. And you actually help in this failure, as from time to time during the course of the 5 months, you travel far and wide throughout Wildmont, getting to learn areas better. And you do this in a very kind of Witcher way, where these strange creatures that have never been seen before are dealt with by you, and then you take the time to study them and try to understand what's going on. And the one thing you glean from all this activity, all this travel, and all these encounters is one simple truth. Qualish, Zarel, and Shulaman are definitely working together on something, and it quite possibly could be the construction of the perfect vessel upon which Zarel can contain. Whether it be humanoid, creature, or beast, this seems to be a constant effort of creation, destruction, almost like they're trying to fine-tune an entity worthy and powerful enough to take on the containment of Zarel's abilities. And what her actual intent is still very much unknown, but this triple threat of these three now working together through the final disillusion and through the final the breaking down of Qualish's will, he is now permanently corrupted, and you discover that the reason why he's perfected the creation of these creatures is because of what he's actually now become. And through an interview with your last far-flung region, a small elderly man kind of sketches something out for you of a creature quite hideous, a mechanical spider-like creature that is all mechanicus, all forged work, and all definitely artificer in nature. But from the waist up, a small corrupted form of a gnome figure infused with this very large metal spider body. And this is the only eyewitness account of Qualish's current state and condition that you've come across. You finish the rune collection. Give me an investigation with advantage as you're focusing on where the items might have disappeared to.
Give me a sec.
No worries.
That is a 26.
26. The lack of evidence has you concerned. You're now firmly in the belief that Shulaman has all the pieces. And as you're making your final trip back home, reviewing your notes, it dawns on you, he doesn't have all the pieces. You guys still possess the gauntlets. And you get the feeling as you're sketching this out in your mind, you're imagining the perfect created creature wearing this perfect suit of nefarious intent. They have everything they think they might need, or at least are near to organizing and orchestrating and creating everything they think they might need. But fundamentally, they do not have the gauntlets. You guys are in possession of that final bit of vestige that they do not have.
And we destroyed it.
And I'd also say your last bit of rumor you're here, which you intend to take back to the Brecht family household as spring ends, summer ends, and all of you have agreed to gather at Mara's celebration of the birth of her twins, is that you now have a rumor upon which to operate off of. And that is a more nefarious edge kind of city known as Burkaroth, mostly home to goblins, orcs, hobgoblins, and bugbears. Some humans, but not a lot. But supposedly, there's rumor of a creature that was sighted there that kind of fits the idea of either what Qualish looks like or possibly a creature that's been practiced and is believed to be actually operating in that area. Your first tangible rumor of an area of investigation that the group may decide to act upon, depending on what the decisions that are made. So with that, it is an unusually warm fall afternoon. All of you have gathered at the family Brecht estate, and food is being served. It's a very celebratory atmosphere. Albin is nearby. Mara has been in labor for the better part of half the day, and she's expected to give birth at any time. He constantly goes in and checks, and then finally word is that it's about to happen, so he remains at her side. And the Wild Mother priests are here, including Samara's mother is here as well. Mara's mother is here to celebrate. All of you see familiar faces, but more importantly, standing in the corner, wearing the chevron of station within the Order of the Ghost, and looking very kind of standoffish. Mara, would you like to describe your character that you'll be playing for a little while?
Yeah, sure. So she's rather tall, beefy, very, very pale skin, like almost white pale skin. She has thick black horns that kind of trail. They follow kind of the shape of her head, and like a really vibrant purple hair, and like black, like no people, just all black eyes.
And as this person looks about at the five of you, she introduces herself by name, most notably to Samara and possibly Fire.
Hi, my name's Veltish.
Hi, Beltish.
And Samara, as you're meeting this person, and so is Fire, Albin comes over to give the celebratory news that a boy and girl have been born. They bear no immediate notoriety of lycanthrope concern, and there's a general conversation about the maturity level and understanding of when they'll be able to drink from the chalice. Within hours, even Mara's up to a certain degree, kind of doing her rounds and meeting everybody who's here. All of you are back together again. This new individual has introduced herself. Albin and Mara has introduced her as well to say that she'll be staying at the Belwith Tower, that she'll be acting in the favor and in the service of Albin and Mara as they plan on traveling to better understand and do research on what does it mean to have lycanthrope children born for the first time naturally in almost a millennia of existence within the Order of the Ghost. So they'll be traveling and they will be far-flung for quite some time. Samara Teal is here as well to kind of celebrate. And it is a afternoon into evening celebration at this point. The successes, the failures, you get caught up on some of Tobias's story, although you imagine that it's mostly half a grain of salt and half a grain of truth. In there somewhere is the adventure of Tobias and Fire.
I gave everybody a chest. Each of the chests has 33,333 gold pieces in it. You're cut.
Now, is that including my sister?
No. A storm chaser. Huh?
She went with us.
She ain't a storm chaser. Sorry.
Both the Teal.
You can pay her out of your half.
Hey, Mara, go ahead and change your name tag for me, because this is who you're going to be playing starting next week. But It'll help me remind myself who it is. And then go ahead and when you get a chance, PM me all the details about her, and we'll build her a little tab in the background. Feltish and Atil are there, kind of laughing at Tobias' story. Fire, your sister, just kind of smiles and kind of whispers in your ear that it's okay as long as I have a place to sleep and I'll be fine.
Okay, I'll divide it by
You
7.
can stay. You can stay in the tower. We can, make your room, or you can just share my room.
Maybe share your room. Get caught up.
Okay.
I mean, she did stab you. Want me to give her money? I'll divide it by 7, I guess.
Atil leans over to you, Samara. Sister tried to stab her? Is this how they...
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Long story.
technically,
I'll fill
she
you in later.
did stab you.
Yeah, and
She didn't
Atil holds
try
out her
to.
arm to you and kind of, shall we go for a walk and have a conversation?
Make sure she walks in front of you.
Veltish is
I
going
don't
to
think
lean
she
into
was
fire. Veltish will lean into fire. Do we solve problems with stabbing? Is that how we do it?
And you, do you have one of those traditional huge two-handed swords on your back that barbarians carry?
No, I have a really cool. It's a belt that I can pull out any weapon and it'll change
Oh, nice.
what the weapon is.
Nice.
It has a cool name. I don't remember what it is right now. It
That's
also
fine.
talks to me.
Nice. It also talks to you?
It tells me the best place to hit my opponent to do the best damage.
Oh, we're going to have fun.
And it has
we're going to have so much
fun,
fun.
Scottish brogue accent.
Hey there, Veltish. Don't you see that the taint is just staring you in the eye right there? Go for the taint, Veltish. Go for the fucking taint.
Oh my God! Stop.
It's not true.
You're
that all
saying
brown
stop?
eyes are blue.
Oh my God! Stop.
Wait, she's
His
saying
Scottish
stop?
accent. His
No,
his
I don't
Scottish
believe it.
accent's terrible.
It is not that bad.
It's
I can do
not.
it
It's
very
not
well.
Scottish. It's some other language that sounds kind of like Scottish in
Wait,
this world. So you can't say it's a Scottish
Yeah, that's
accent.
rude. You're very rude for a furry cat.
My bad. His dwarven accent is terrible.
Oh, and I got a gift for the kids.
You know how I fix this problem?
You banish her.
problem.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Banishment. Oh, so I have two. I have gifts made for the kids.
Are they guns?
No, they're
Are they daggers?
so
I
they're
scored.
they're like, it's like a little like wormy that covers them all up, and it looks like a mouse with a pirate hat and everything. And one's got a little tutu, and then one's got like man pants. And it's made very nice, and it comes up and it has ears, and everything for wintertime.
That is adorable.
So at some point, Samara, you and Atil kind of spend the rest of the evening together in conversation about plans and what's going on. Asborn, Thyson, Fire, Tobias, and Feltish kind of linger, hearing more about the information about the family Brecht and the compound and what's going on. You are at this point in the later evening. Eventually, Samara and Atil come back, and Samara's looking very chagrined but happy at the same time. The six of you kind of being introduced to Feltish. A little sad that Mara and Albin won't be joining in any future travels for the time being, but she'll be back between the tower and the family compound and dealing with the fact that now things are getting a little bit more personable in the sense that the risk is a lot higher now with kids involved. And she wants to do her best to protect them. But the six of you eventually find yourself sitting off by yourselves within one of the sitting chambers within the family Brecht compound, sharing some wine, beer, ale, occasional snack, kind of reminiscing about things. What would you guys like to do with the evening?
Totally be on the lookout for ambushes.
Oh,
Right back to
wanna-
paranoia after our little vacation.
I do want to say that I recast Word of Recall to our tower.
Okay, good to know.
Did we have a new amount of gold, Tobias?
No, I'm not giving an NPC money. No, we all get 33,333 gold
And I would say
pieces.
Feltish, through her patronage through Albin and Mara, would have access to any wealth that she needs.
Yeah, I was gonna do some transferring. Mara was gonna like gift her some stuff, like you're honorarily taking my place.
Yeah. And I would consider Mara and Feltish to be lifelong friends as part of the narrative, so don't even worry about that.
I mean, if Mara wants to bankroll Veltish, then
Well,
And all of you would
member
also
of the Ghost
notice.
Order, so she would.
Also, we'd notice a couple of different things about some of those around you. Samara now wears a new brooch around her neck that kind of sits alongside the one that was given to her by Talil. It's the mark of the emissary of the Ivory Heart, as she is now both the Nicodronis emissary as well as the Rexitrum emissary. She is personally now responsible for the political outcomes that are currently being worked out for the recognition of the Ivory Heart Kingdom. Currently, it's now an autonomous region within the Dwendals, and negotiations are ongoing. Sinclair, Asborn Sinclair, is now wearing the chevron station of the General of the Sinclair State Military, as well as smaller chevrons representing the different representations of the different communities. All of you all have that little bit more swagger, a little bit more kind of seeing the world. I would also at this point say that Fire's backstory for the most point is concluded, with the exception of the Drake Shale Patreon that's kind of come into reality. Bias, your backstory's come full circle. Your family is now safe in the Sinclair estate. Your relationship with the Sinclairs have taken on a whole new level of kind of understanding, as they personally have seen to it that the mouse folk have a safe place to continue, and that Shulamon's efforts at destroying the mouse folk was failed. I would also say, Samara, for the most part, we're in the main arc of your story, which is kind of finally getting the Ivory Heart and the Luxodon community their final kind of level of relevance to the communities, based on the fact that they helped you and your mother all those years ago. And without their help, things could have gone very difficult. Asborn's story is definitely concluded. The Civil War has been absolved. The family is stable. Power is restored. Asmon has his dragon wing, and Asborn has her influence within the Dwendalian Empire. I would say that at this point, Thyson and Samara's stories are the stories that are mostly going to play out from this point on, with the occasional crossover into Veltish and the final part of Mara's story as well. And I'll say that the evening goes on with all of you kind of having this general conversation about this and reminiscing about the last year that you've been either with or kind of with each other, telling stories, and it's just conversation and conversation about everything that's been going on. Thyson, do you fill everyone in on the last bit of information that you discovered about Qualish?
Yeah.
Okay. And the bulk of the evening now is Thyson telling all of you what I already told him as part of his last kind of bit of insight and info that he's begun to learn about Qualish, eyewitnesses, the understanding of what he thinks might be going on with what they're doing. And their absence might be a plan, but it might be their last plan because their other plans have ultimately failed at this point. But it seems to be an ongoing threat. It's more of a matter of where to focus on the effort. You have the evening before the long rest. And it also, as a final note, the Belith Tower is fully done. The garrison is established. The estate grounds are complete. There's at least 2 or 3 workshops on the grounds. And the entire tower has been restored and refurbished. And you have remaining in your coffers, now that Tobias's little plan kicked off, although there may be more coming depending on what Admiral Alabaster finds on his investigations towards Darktoe. But you have, after all your spending, after everything you've done to bring the tower up to date, and with the help of the Sinclair family wealth, you have about 200,000 gold left in the coffers, not including what each of you have received from Tobias.
You said 200,000?
Hey, Aki.
What was the exact amount from Tobias again?
33,000.
3333.
3333. Yeah.
I have 5 threes. Okay. So it took more than 50,000 to get it livable? The tower?
Yeah, it was pretty expensive. Plus, there were new buildings that had to be constructed. There was a
I thought
new
you said the
road.
Sinclairs built that.
Well, they built the garrison, but not the workshops. They built the blacksmith, but a couple other workshops were built for some of the stuff that Samara wants to do. Plus, there were a lot of additions considering Mara's consideration as well. So there were some over budgets.
Fire,
Okay.
did you hand out magic items?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm giving the Ring of Protection to Sam, right? The Ring of
Thank
Protection
you.
plus 3?
That's me.
No, you get the Ring of Necrotic Resistance and the Ring of Featherfall.
I want
I
the,
thought
which
he
protection
wanted
am I
the ring
getting?
of. I thought he wanted the ring of mirror image and necrotic and featherfall. Those
Mirror
are the
Image,
three.
Mirror-
Necrotic, and Featherfall.
mirror image, protection, and featherfall. I'm gonna be blinging it,
don't-
baby.
And the Necrotic Resistance. You wanted the Necrotic Resistance, right?
No, I'm just saying that's if you're gonna get necrotic resistant rings for somebody, make sure it's necrotic because that's what keeps getting thrown at us. Until now, he's gonna throw
wanted-
something different
you
at us
wanted
now that we got a
plus-
necrotic protection ring.
You want plus 3 instead, or you want...
I don't know. I thought we were did you get a bunch of them, right?
No, just the one.
Just the
Okay,
one?
that's fine. I don't care. Whatever one you want to give
Whose
me.
AC
Does somebody
is
else want
lowest?
it?
Well, whose AC is lowest?
Mine, I think.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
next to
Sam
Mars is
probably
the
needs it.
squishiest.
Sam's
That's
squishy.
why I was-
Actually,
That's what I
probably
was
my
doing.
AC, that too.
Oh yeah, I
It
say
might be
Dyson
Tyson's
and
AC.
Sam are probably the squishiest of the group still.
Alright,
I think
Okay,
he
so
has
Featherfall-
more health points than I do, but
I
I
have
think
110.
my AC is higher.
Featherfall and mirror
You have
image. Okay, that's
110?
cool.
Yeah, I have
What?
110,
How do you
but
have
my
one?
armor class is 25.
And I did
Well,
he's a
I am
bard.
technically a bard.
And then
Technically.
how much does that up my armor class with the extra plates on my armor?
Bless you.
oh, little sneezes.
Like, does it bump
okay,
it up
so-
a couple? Or no?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh,
Fire.
if I get to say. So I have an armor class 30 now. It's awesome. Super.
The
Fantastic.
chess
Armor class
piece
of
is a
billion.
masterwork piece that can be enchanted if you choose to.
Right.
But because it's mastercraft, it's basically a plate mail chess piece, is what it is. But you don't suffer from the weighted use of it because it's considered lightweight because of the special metals that they used.
Right. Because
Mara.
because I gave him my T-Rex, my +3 T-Rex shark armor, which they upgraded with plates.
Correct.
Mara, I give you a
So
bag
now
of
it'd be, instead of leather, it would be considered. Okay, I get it now.
Correct.
Plate. Okay, got you.
and each of us get 2 greater healing potions and 2 superior healing potions.
2 greater, 2 superior.
Yes. And to Thyson, I got you the Ring of Mind Shielding.
Alright. I don't think I can use it.
Armor.
Are you full of slots?
Yeah.
Magic.
Do you want the Ring of Necrotic Resistance? Would that be better? Or your
Is that
slots
a new
are
tune? Or
That one is not attunement because it's a resistance effect.
yeah, I'll take that, sure.
Okay. Take the Ring of Necrotic Resistance. Mara, did you have a sled opened?
Yeah.
Okay, then you take the Ring
hope you
of
said
Mind
slot.
Shielding.
Hold on.
I did not.
The ring of what?
Mind Shielding?
What does that do?
You're a barbarian. It stops people from being able to take you over, and I don't know. I haven't looked at what it does.
Oh, well, that'd be good because I keep getting possessed by things. So
Exactly.
Or at least
let's see.
influenced by.
Ring of Mind Shielding. While wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can't telepathically communicate with you. Can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it. Yeah, as an action, you can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible until you use another action to make it visible. to cause the ring to become invisible until you use another action to make it visible, until you remove the ring, or until you die. So the ring can be invisible.
Sure.
That's pretty cool. If you die while wearing the ring, oh crap, your soul enters it unless it already houses your soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. A wearer can't prevent this
Oh my
telepathic
God, Mara's
communication.
going to become a sentient magical
You
item.
could
I love
become a
it.
sentient magical item if you die.
You could have Beltish wear Mara.
I like it.
That'd be pretty
Mark.
bitchin'.
You said it was 2 each of the healing potions?
2 greater and 2 superior each. Okay, so Mark, I just, I wanted to get the Ring of Mind Shielding because I was looking it up and I thought it was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
and I really should put Baltish that's taking these, not Mara, but I'm giving them to Mara and then Mara's giving them to Veltish.
Yeah, so I'm putting everything in Mara's for now because I have to build Beltish's character sheet still.
That's fine.
Okay. And
No
then who
worries.
took the necrotic resistance? Was that Sam? Or no, that was Dyson, right? Dyson?
Yeah,
What was that?
Dyson.
Necrotic resistance.
Dyson took the necrotic resistance.
Yeah, I did.
I just finished up saying all of that stuff in my mall. I now have a very
I
loud
didn't actually take any of the magic items other than the healing pots that I bought.
Yeah, well, purchase better.
Oh no, I'm full of slots.
Excuse me?
My slots are full.
It doesn't get any cleaner with her.
It doesn't.
Just don't say anything.
Cease.
Cease and desist.
Okay, 2 greater healing potions. Ah, what the hell? Uh-oh.
What'd you break?
D&D Beyond.
That's me when I'm setting up my custom weapons. It's so hard.
No, it showed me a beholder.
Oh, that means your search was not successful.
I wasn't searching anything. I was
Oh,
adding potions.
Well, it could be they might be having an issue. That does happen from time to time.
Yeah.
That's a made up
So
magic
with that,
item. I can't find
with
it.
that, you guys kind of like have fire. It's like handing out items, and everything is, being handed out and being discussed. What would you guys like to do with the rest of the evening before your long rest?
Check the guards to make sure they're not monsters.
Yeah, we want to make sure they're not eating food that's going to turn them into...
Check the food and soup. Make sure it's not poisoned.
It's been a relatively quiet evening.
I'm in the
Lobby
kitchen
creature.
cooking right now.
There is at least a notable complaint. One of the rumors has it that Tobias has gone around pinching people's skin and checking them for reality.
Mm-hmm.
Most have been confused by that and kind of shoo him away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep thinking it.
Oh, I should have gotten a staff of healing. That would have been awesome.
I don't see that magic item.
What magic
I don't
item?
see a mirror image ring.
Well, we probably just
Well,
made
it's
it up.
it's just a ring with mirror image inside it.
Yeah, that's all it is. Use your imagination, Tobias.
I want to have
Imagination
something that imagine.
land.
I want to imagine it onto my character
Imagination
sheet so I
land.
don't forget it.
Why don't you imagine some? Never mind.
I know. We'll just say it's the mirror of life trapping. Yeah. We'll just say it's that, and it's a mirror, and it can steal people's souls. And that's your ring of mirror image. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah.
I think you don't need me anymore, do you?
Oh, I definitely
You guys will
need
be just fine.
No, I definitely need you.
Just need the ring of Shulamon Slain.
Yes. Oh, I should
Why
ask.
couldn't we have done
Ring
that?
of Suleiman slaying.
Yes.
Well, I don't necessarily have a particular ring that can particularly slay people, but perhaps if you try really hard and think really very bad thoughts, you will get a headache.
I don't ever want to see him
Well, I
again.
think bad thoughts all the time, but my head's just fine.
I have a very particular idea for him.
Ooh.
Death, destruction, and despair.
What's his name
Kumon?
again? Yeah,
Suleiman?
Suleiman.
I have a very particular idea.
Share.
No. My idea. You can't steal it.
He doesn't like sharing. We should know.
Also, I don't have it yet.
All right.
So bullshitting. That's your plan.
Hey, so if let me just say that if Fire went with me while we're leaving that island, I would have messaged him about the ships and the pirates going back to Darktow, so you'd get a jump on them. By the way, so maybe I'll get a finder's fee, a couple more gold shoved my way.
I will definitely tell you this much: do not set foot back on Darktow.
You're a rat of rats.
I made a couple rolls. Do not go back to Darktow.
But how did the pirate attack go? They don't know it was me. How did the pirate attack go? Did they?
I'm not going to resolve that yet because you still have to meet up with Captain Alabaster and talk to him about it. I just made a couple rolls. That's all I'm saying.
Why don't you make a couple good rolls for me? Why do I always get the bad rolls?
He didn't say
good
made
or
bad
I didn't
rolls.
say they were good or bad. I just said I'm not sharing it. You big baby.
Well, if it didn't go bad, then why would I have a problem going back to Darktow, which is my island?
I'm just saying.
Okay. How'd you like that double cross? Hey, I gotta play both sides, man. Gotta play both sides sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, you
and they
don't
get
play.
stabbed
You
by
just
both.
They don't ask. They ask me for a bit too much. Half?
Well, they're
They would have
pirates.
said like a third. I would have said okay, but now
You didn't even try and negotiate with them.
I gotta backstab you.
Well, that's because Tobias
You had more fun with stabbing.
Yeah. Stabby, stabby, stabby. So I think you got anything you guys want to do before settling for the long rest?
Go back, take. Oh, that's what I could do.
I want to say that I put a temple. Part of my room is a temple to the traveler. Sorry, traveler.
Okay.
I'll take Pavu's head back with me.
That's
They're
disgusting.
not going to let you take their favorite decoration, so
That's-
that's going to happen.
That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to ask where actually Pavu is, not just whatever.
How about an
he
ear?
pulled again.
His ear was gone. It was just a skeleton.
It's
a
just
skull.
a very much decomposing skull.
Like piece. I could take a
Yeah.
tooth.
Like he
Tooth?
died probably not that long after you guys left.
Like tooth. Like I could take a tooth.
I would say you would have been on the island long enough to certainly try. So yeah, you could take at least a tooth.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna get him resurrected.
I can do that, but it's hard.
You are pure chaos.
Yeah, we got time.
Pure chaos.
I want to get him
Pure
resurrected and tell him I'll help him take back the island,
And then backstab him.
and then stab him. No, I was kidding.
When did Tobias become such a murder hobo?
I'm
for
not a
fuck's
murder
sake?
hobo.
It's not a murder.
I didn't
hobo,
murder
he's a
anybody.
Revenge
I just-
hobo.
I
He's
just.
a revenge hobo.
Yeah, I am a
hobo.
total revenge hobo. But I do want to
Not
take the tooth
revenge,
back and
it's
see if I
being
can
a
get him
rat.
resurrected.
I don't know if you can resurrect him with just a tooth.
I think you can, or at least reincarnated.
Yeah, I think it's reincarnation is the one that you're thinking of.
That's fine. I'll do a reincarnation.
Reincarnation, I don't have yet.
We'll find somebody who does. I'm sure some of the priests over in Sam's village can do it.
Don't involve me in your plans.
Come on, it's one of my best friends. I got his tooth when I was a little boy, and I want to resurrect him. He's my friend.
You're always
Do
little
I
boy.
know that it was? Do I know whose tooth it is?
No one
No.
has a clue.
Tooth.
I might.
No, gross, Tobias.
I would
Gross.
say Fire could potentially know if she chooses to.
Oh, I tell Fire everything that I did,
Oh, okay. That sounds very much you.
and I go, "Don't tell anybody." I broke a lot of serious laws, I think. They can't hold me down. Nobody can hold me down.
It's all going to his head.
That's my island. They can't tell me to not go back to my island. That is some BS right there.
So, with that, you guys eventually close out the evening by heading over to your home, back to the Bellwith Tower. Veltish will be taking Mara's room. Everybody has their assigned rooms. I don't believe you've created a staff yet. There is the Sinclair Estate Guard, which keeps the tower protected, keeps the grounds protected, which when you arrive, they are, they have cordoned off the gate access to the estate, as well as the roadway access up to the estate. And they keep a rotating patrol always available on the estate premises. The fire is lit and going, but the interior of the estate, while rather well furnished and well stocked, is where you guys sleep for the evening. You all go off to your proverbial chambers and go ahead and select that long rest. You wake up on the first day of fall.
Brr.
The little bit of warm air kind of fades. There's now that kind of noticeable warm or cold chill in the air when you first wake up. But without a staff, you guys are pretty much stuck kind of doing things on your own.
I'll go to the kitchens to help.
Okay.
I check out. I have a little interview with each of my 6 crew members to see if they're shit heels and I need to just put a bullet in their head, or they're
God.
decent and they're not going to backstab me.
As he backstabs everybody.
Yeah. Are we playing D&D or Paranoia?
Oh God, remember that?
Paranoia.
Do you remember Paranoia? Do you remember just filling out the endless forms and stuff? Like, oh God, okay. You got to fill out a 3-page form to get like a laser gun. It was so great. That was one of the best games ever.
Veltish would help in the kitchen as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Ashbourne, you want to get us a staff?
Oh, like a cooking
Crew
staff?
of people to cook and clean and do all the things.
I can cook. I show her just like the ugliest pot of stew ever.
I could cook. It's just like a potato that's been boiling for a day.
Like congealed fat all around it.
We used to love this all at our campfire.
Starch.
When
I
we
used
would
it to
travel.
starch my uniform.
Yeah,
So I
I'll
believe you
get
guys
on
were
an
in
actual
straight.
cooking staff.
You guys, I got a secret. We're freaking rich.
We're basically gods.
We'll just go down to the town and find some cooks, some maidens, and that can clean.
So we'll
and-
say this conversation is taking place
Whatever.
around the breakfast table, the common area. Most of the morning is kind of consumed with food prep and conversation about things that you want to get done. One of the estate guards comes in while you're eating. I don't mean to bother you, but there's a Hefes here.
Oh, great. Let's clean up a little bit and make sure this place looks good for him.
Well, shall I send him away or send him in?
I move the
Send
chairs
him
like
in, you
5 feet
idiot.
over.
I whack Tobias upside the head. Be
Hey,
nice to the
Very
staff.
well. I, he's quite a formal person. I wasn't sure if you were prepared, but I will go attend. And the sergeant turns, heads back towards the entryway. The doors open. A very resplendent, heavily long braided beard. The kind of flourish, like Farrah Fawcett style hairdo, kind of feathered back over his shoulders. He comes in with his normal, like, garish attire and It's the Storm Chasers. It's so nice to have you back. I'm sorry I did not have a chance to welcome you to the breakfast date and the wonderful news about Mara, your Mara having her babies. I think that's yes, that's nice. Little
Well, you want some stale bread and cheese, Your Highness?
Oh no, there is no need to call me Your Highness. Your Lordship will do finely. I was wondering. I know. However, could I have some of that coffee? That coffee looks really good. Is that okay?
I'll pour a cup.
Sure.
And he's like standing and pacing. You can tell he's obviously nervous and having a hard time putting his thoughts together. It's been nice to have so much stability, safety. The city is happy. The council is very happy. However, I have a particular favor I'd like of all of you. I hope you'll agree to it.
Shoot.
We can hear it.
Well, can the Uladong confide in all of you? Is this okay?
Yeah. You're cool peeps.
Well, I've been having a bit of a tryst with Her Majesty the Bright Queen. And,
Dude, she's hot.
You're banging the Bright Queen.
Good
Up top,
job.
brother. Up top.
It doesn't exactly work that way, but if you're going to be so crude and vulgar about it.
We're friends.
No, we are quite in love with one another, and recently she has joined me here, but unfortunately she needs to attend services back in her capital city, and well, I was hoping the six of you could escort her back to her city, provide her safe passage, and make sure she gets there okay. If I trust all of you. I know you are very capable and very. I just, with never really recovering and finding and dealing directly with the Shuleman, and he gets visibly kind of like traumatized when he has to say the name. I just, if word ever got out that we were having relations, and I do not want to put her at risk or anything else at risk, and I feel like if I knew that you and your friends would escort her home, that would be something that I would take as a personal favor.
Well, yeah, I got a magic ship coming, right, Sam? Where's my magic flying ship?
I'm working on it.
Well, we got political clout right here. We can maybe further it along.
I already have political clout.
Well, look, we got to escort a queen. We're not going to do it in a freaking covered wagon with a bunch of mules. We're going to do it in resplendent style.
I'll go send
in a flying freaking ship.
No,
later.
Pretty sure we do it in whatever the queen would want to travel in.
You misunderstand. It will be just the queen, and she will be not with her normal entourage or livery. It's stealth and secrecy is a bit of
You're gonna disguise her?
Well, if you call a cloak and riding a normal horse as a disguise, sure, but she says she wants to see a bit of our countryside and her own on her travels back home, and I felt if she joined you and you guys could make her the 7th as you make your way home, and oh my goodness, she is gorgeous. Who are you?
She's
like
Veltish.
He's just like pointing right at Veltish. I do not recognize you. Where's Mara? Why?
Mara had babies.
I am Veltish. I am a member of the Ghost Slayer.
She's our new temp worker.
This is the temp worker. This is the new hire.
She's our intern. She handles the small things.
Very well.
She's the one that made the coffee.
And made the eggs too.
It's very good. I thank you for this. Well, yes, this would be. So, may I have her call upon you in a few days to take her home then?
I don't know, Sam. Can she?
We're going secretly, Tobias.
Secretly up in the air is secret. No one can see you. in the
That's not-
clouds.
It's not
I was
true
gonna
at
say
all.
we could probably like teleport there, but she wants to see some of the countryside.
Oh, well, imagine the Lido deck of my ship. As we cascade through the clouds, I can go low and she can look at the mountains. The
Well,
sun,
I
the seaside.
could see as usual, Master Tobias is in charge, so I'll let you work out the details. I will let Her Majesty know that she can be here in 3 days and make inquiries upon all of you. Thank you for the coffee and the company. Ta-ta.
Hey! I got
Yes?
something for you. Here, give her this hat. It's a hat of disguise. Then she can look however she wants.
Well, she is the master of the arcane. She can simply...
Is it a baseball cap?
Look, this is a kidnap thing. I can see it coming. We're
what?
incompetent. You understand that, right? I mean,
It's like as you say that out loud, he's looking at this like $1 million estate, and you guys are just in like festooned in like elite gear and like. Oh, well, hubris is a good sign of stability. Yes, I will take this hat, and I imagine she will...
everything we've done
So,
for the last
I'm
year has
just
been
shaking
an
my head.
accident.
Don't give her the hat.
I'm gonna actually stop.
Stop.
Oh,
Just
okay.
stop listening to him. Yeah. Just,
Very
he's
well.
had a little bit too much
I just don't
wine.
want to be responsible for when she gets kidnapped by Shulamon or somebody, and then we have to
not-
be responsible for it, and they're going to blame us and try to cut our heads off.
I'll leave it
Tobias.
responsible
Little
for
one.
it.
Tobias, do
Talk
you
so much.
understand the nature of an escort? It's just taking
He's
her home.
just
That's all.
He's
Eh,
had a little
It
bit
will be
too much
fine.
wine this morning.
Things
He's a
have
bit
been-
paranoid. He's a bit paranoid. We'll
Things
take
have
him
been
away.
quiet. There's been no sign of anything for some time now. I'm sure things are fine.
An
It'll be
escort is an
fine.
easy job. We can do this.
Hey, how much would it cost for like a blank pardon?
A blank pardon? Like,
Yeah.
as in fill it out yourself?
Like the person, the bearer of this note has done what he's done. Signed Shulamon. Signed Zehefe.
You are quite a ridiculous person. I will be on my way now.
Ah,
Come
on.
Quickly kind of
I thought we were
gathers
friends.
up his robes and kind of quickly moves as quickly as he can.
Sorry, Zehefe. He's had too much wine this morning.
I
He
understand.
spiked his coffee.
I
He
understand.
drinks. It's sad.
So you guys have the morning. Based on
Wine
what?
with mouse folk strongly.
damn! I was so close.
Were you though?
Sam, you're horrible.
Were you?
You're horrible. Don't even talk to me. Almost got us a blanket pardon for all the things we've
Gladly.
done.
Why do we need?
If you guys
a
would have just
pardon?
agreed with me and not called me crazy, we could have had a blank pardon for all the things we did.
You are
I don't
insane.
think that that's a
But-
thing.
We don't need it. They gave us a building and money.
What would
Yeah,
we
we
need to
broke
be
a shit
pardoned
ton of
from?
laws when we went to my island, apparently.
A pardon is admittance
Oh,
of guilt. We
who
did
is
nothing
we?
wrong.
Who is we?
Rossi didn't mention that there was need of pardons. Have you guys been doing illegal things?
Tobias.
doing
No,
illegal-
been
no,
doing
Oh,
never.
oh, wait, you're the,
No.
you're the wrong person.
Illegal?
Hold on, Noob.
They literally start saying that, and, like, all grab their plates of food and disperse off in different.
I'm
I don't-
gonna go.
I don't know what I
I'm
did
gonna
wrong.
go
I-
in that.
If she doesn't get kidnapped, I will. I don't know what I'll do, but I won't do it.
Selfish
I'll let you tattoo my butt.
Selfish pulls a book out
Is
of
that
her
a
bag,
promise?
sits at the table, and just starts reading.
Just to let you know, for any of these governmental beings that you know or we are affiliated with, to all of them, I was never a part of this group, understand? As a witness, you legally have to say that, okay?
Why?
Who are you saying this to?
You,
Me. Where?
okay?
Do you know your parentage? Where are you from?
You're not only part of this group.
Which
You're like half of the group
parentage?
because you've
You're-
been 6 different people.
Yeah, you got like 4 options. Which
What?
one?
You're
I'm
like
gonna flex all my 4 fingers in front of her face. Which one?
you're like me.
You can only count to 8.
You're a tiefling, yes?
After a fashion.
I mean, this round he is.
It's
Yeah.
one of the, it's one of
This
the,
month he's a tiefling.
It's one of them, a tiefling.
Till he dies
I
again.
don't.
He was a hobbit a couple months ago. And
No,
before
no,
that, he
are
was
you not a
some
tiefling?
poor bastard that got stabbed to death and thrown in a
know.
ditch.
He was-
And before that, he was my friend, a paladin.
So were your parents not tieflings?
I think my parents hated me. I don't remember.
Oh, I think,
300 years.
That's
does
so
that to
many
you, kid?
lifetimes ago.
Yeah, that was like 300 years ago.
I think
Yeah.
mine might have hated me too.
Oh, yeah, that
I'm
happens.
sure. Okay.
Well,
Parents are
Veltish, I'm going
assholes.
to tell you right now, you don't know what you got your fucking self into. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, I feel like
My-
Matthew might
my
have left
parents-
some things out
What
of our
you have gotten
correspondence.
yourself roped into is
Oh,
My-
you talked to her? Oh,
My
Well,
parents
yeah,
might hate
I mean,
me
I've
now.
known Mara since we were children. I connect with Rothy all the time, and she keeps me updated on Mara's comings and goings.
uh-huh.
I think maybe she left some things out.
I would say, yeah, big time, because we always leave things out of everybody we talk to. We don't tell them anything. So,
Tobias has got his feet up on the table, which is awkward because he's just so little. But the whole time he's like playing with his pistol, and like every time the chamber's open, he like points it at the Thiason when he walks away or walks back.
shh.
You know that thing can be loaded at any
It's called
point.
Nicodronis roulette. I invented it.
Is
Why
it's
am I
been-
involved?
It's been a couple months. It's been a couple months. Is Pumat Soul gonna like show up and give me a hand cannon?
No word yet.
Hand cannon.
Okay. A hand
I want like a 12-foot tall sniper rifle.
You're
I just
only
lean
2
it on
feet-
things
No, you're 2 feet
with
tall.
a big telescoping scope, you know.
He's like literally a sniper.
Do you see my little boy over there who's like, 22 inches? You're about the same height as him.
Yeah.
I know, 12 feet. Perfect.
Just saying.
You have to like climb up it to pull the trigger.
Right.
And then slide down it.
No, that thing's way littler than Tobias.
No,
I'm like,
not
I
really.
thought-
oh,
I thought
I'm like
Tobias was
2.5
a
feet
toddler.
tall. I'm
I thought
2.5
Tobias was, like,
feet tall.
toddler-sized.
I'm Chucky sized.
Okay.
And you know what Chucky can do.
Evidently,
murders a lot of
kill-
people.
Yeah, kill innocent women while they're in bed.
Right. And kids.
Right. Right, yeah.
Sam,
That's
don't let me
my
down
problem.
on this ship. Come on.
I've been writing them letters. I don't know what to tell you, Tobias. I can't make
Letters?
it go faster.
Zip
Snail
over there with your
mail.
teleportation and get in somebody's face. Here's 33,000 gold. Make it happen.
I will get right on that, Captain.
Grease some palms. Take me with you.
No.
No.
Pass.
I'll grease some palms. You know those officials, they're all freaking poor and they're greedy. So come on. Slip
Officials
slip
are
some
not
gold
like
pieces
before.
to them on the down low and
We're
get me
not-
my ship.
Trying to contact officials. We're trying to contact people who can harness magic to make this work. So
Yeah,
relax.
they always need stuff. They always need money.
All right. Well, if we've got 3 days to wait. Tell you what, during that 3 days, I'll go try and figure it out.
Okay.
Will that get you off my back?
Are you going to learn new magics?
Yes. It will. Just get me my ship and
Can you
I'll make you first
ask
mate,
them-
acting first mate, because Mara's not here. She's fired. She's a parent. She's not going to be as good for us as she used to be because she's always going to be worried about those brats.
Mara, are you
Okay.
going to go learn some new magics?
No, I'm gonna go speak with some of the different religious groups and see if there's somebody who can help us. We previously had a flying ship, and our captain can't seem to get it out of his head.
Oh, no research.
I mean, there might be. I'm not really sure. You want to come?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Use your bear form for intimidation purposes.
I'll take that into consideration.
Hey, Veltish, here.
It's not.
Here's 30,000 gold to grease some palms. Okay? Make it happen. Help Sam. This is your mission. Your first mission
You know,
as a storm
I
chaser.
do have a lot of rage inside of me that magically explodes out.
Let it come out
Just let you know.
and get me my ship.
Yeah,
You
you
could
guys
probably
lost
just
your
give
12
her
to a grizzly bear.
100 gold to like,
Okay.
I'll fire Sam and make you first mate.
I'm
Get
bad
me
on
my
a
ship.
I'm not. I don't really know how to sail. Is that going
Do
to
you
be
know
a
what
problem?
I sacrificed my last ship for these idiots, and I want my ship.
Yeah.
My beautiful ship. My 400 hit point ship. You don't know what that means, but it was really magical and beautiful, and it was smashed to smithereens.
You know, I'm gonna butt in. You know, we could always just go steal a different ship.
I was almost thinking of seeing if you'd want to go steal another Githyanki ship, but
Why?
I had other things to do.
No.
We can try a
Probably
different
shouldn't be
race.
stealing.
Sam's going to get us
One
a good
that's not
ship that we don't have to
mind-linked.
worry about. I saw it on Vox Machina. They have a really cool ship with like gems on the side.
You know what a hippopotamus is?
Yeah.
So with that, Samara
I
and,
want one of those for
You ever seen
Christmas.
a 3-foot tall hippopotamus?
Samara and
Wearing an admiral's
Feltish
uniform.
talking to each other and making your way towards the main entrance of the tower to exit. You can still hear Tobias going on. Eventually, Tobias, you have to settle into a morning of reviewing and questioning the 6 individuals. Asborn, you have to meet with the captain and sergeant and also send out word to the family estate. You would like your head caretaker that's there to be transferred to this estate, along with the full staff that would be afforded it as well. As you close your residence at the Sinclair estate and transfer them to here. Thyson, you're free to do whatever you want with the day. Fire, you are free to do whatever you want with the day. And this is where we're going to end tonight, folks. We have concluded our time skip. We have given all of you way too much power. I'm really looking forward
Gone
to
to our
writing
heads.
up all the new encounters that you guys are going to be having from this point forward. And I love how our first little foray is going to be escorting Her Highness back home in secret. It should be very interesting.
Storm Chasers 3, the kidnapping.
Hey, everybody, thanks for coming out and hanging out. Thanks, Aki, UST Show, and Perfectly Techno for rating us and giving us some love. I really do appreciate that. We will be back here tomorrow night for the Descendants. We are almost done wrapping up that campaign arc, and they will be taking a summer to fall hiatus. We'll see how schedules go, but we'll be concluding that season and prepping them for a new season maybe in the future. New game, new in-studio game coming March. But we will be doing a special Valentine's Day pop-up next Monday where we're going to sit around and discuss the campaign and character creation and have some beverages and little chocolates and candies and little celebrations of Valentine's with us and our friends around the table next Monday. We'll be...
What do you do when both you and me are, D&D players and
Yep. And
Valentine's
nerds.
Day and nerds?
Yep. I'm thinking Margarita Monday, right?
Oh, God. I
I
better
don't
Uber to
think
your
I'm
place.
doing margaritas yet, but I will have a glass of wine.
I'll do a margarita,
And
but I
don't
gotta
forget, our
since I gotta
theme this
Uber.
month is aliens. So join our Discord and roll a D1000 in our Discord channels and win yourself a chance to win some of that cool loot. So pop on over there. Otherwise, hey, everybody, stay safe, be kind. Don't forget to play a game. It's really important to your mental health. I promise you, you will love it. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Night.
I love how Jason disappears in fire.
Guys, I
Oh
need to
my
head out. Work is calling. I'm sorry.
Bye.
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 Haha, you gotta work. Haha.
Oh,
Hey, Samara.
rude.
Yeah.
Do you remember Vogath's patron?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know, but as soon as you brought it up, I was like sitting there, like that character sounds so familiar. And as soon as I could say,
that was great when I saw the look on your face when you finally realized who it was.
yeah,
You're like, what?
it's like I know that person.
We've met before. She's really chaotic.
This is gonna be great with Tobias.
Are you ready for kicking down doors?
Oh God, her and Tobias are going to be awesome.
It's gonna be terrifying.
I will feed into her like chaoticness. She'll be like I'll be like, maybe I'll get a harness that I can get up and be on her shoulders and be like, ha 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 ha. Kill.
Aw, you're gonna
Kill that thing down there.
You're gonna get on somebody else's shoulder, not